Today's show. We're so glad to have you aboard. It's a great day to start this work week, and besides today, should be a pretty good week of weather for us. So hang in there. We start you off as we always do with early morning sports. Scotty Scheffler wins the Open. Denny Hamlin wins at Dover. And President Trump threatens the Commanders' new stadium. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. Well, it took longer than expected, but a familiar face ended up with a win at Dover Motor Speedway yesterday. That was Denny Hamlin. The number 11 Joe Gibbs Toyota driver held off teammate Chase Briscoe on older tires in overtime to win the NASCAR Cup Series race at Dover for the second year in a row and third time in his career. Quote, I had to endure a few restarts there. It was tough, Hamlin said. Those guys gave me a run for it, no doubt about it, but this whole team did just an amazing job. Rain threatened the race for much of the early afternoon and finally hit in the final part of Stage 3. On lap 386, officials threw the red flag after Ross Chastain hit the wall exiting Turn 2. That led to a stoppage for nearly an hour to let the concrete track dry out. While much of the field came down pit road for fresh tires, Hamlin and the rest of the top 7 in the running order stayed out to keep position. Briscoe, running in the back of the top 10, was one of the first drivers to hit pit road. Briscoe took the early lead on Stage 1 and charged back in overtime to challenge Hamlin for the win, but couldn't get past, even with fresher tires. Scotty Scheffler won the 2025 Open Championship, the first British Open victory of his career, giving him career wins at 3 of the 4 major tournaments. Only the U.S. Open remains after Rory McIlroy earned the coveted career Grand Slam earlier this year. Scheffler will have his own opportunity to achieve that same feat as early as next year. Scheffler opened the final round with a 4-stroke lead and only expanded that lead Sunday, shooting 2 under on the front 9 and 1 under on the back, finishing his round with 6 consecutive pars. It wasn't the flashiest final round for Scheffler, but it was clear he could mostly play the course safe with such a huge lead. While chasers behind him all performed admirably, Scheffler never appeared to be in trouble. Despite his first double bogey of the tournament at number 7, Scheffler never saw his lead shrink to fewer than 4 strokes. In the NFL, the Washington Commanders have had a busy offseason. They've traded for left tackle Laramie Tunsil and wide receiver Deebo Samuel to bolster one of the top offenses in the National Football League from last year. On defense, they added decorated pass rusher Von Miller. There's been news off the field as well, with the franchise announcing plans to build a new stadium. The franchise hopes to build on the site of RFK Memorial Stadium, where the team played from 1961 to 1996, and is 2 miles east of the U.S. Capitol building. Washington, though, may be facing a challenge as well from the highest-ranking elected official in the country. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that he may restrict the team from building on the old RFK Stadium site if it doesn't change its name. I may put a restriction on them that if they don't change their name back to the original Washington name and get rid of the ridiculous moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington, Trump posted. And in Major League Baseball, the LA Dodgers were swept by the Brewers at home, and the weekend nearly became worse when one of their MVPs left the series finale with an injury. Freddie Freeman left the game yesterday after he was hit by a pitch in the wrist. The Dodgers said Freeman left the game with a left wrist contusion. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Basketball season may be over, but the action doesn't stop because baseball is just heating up on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. With millions of members, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 2,000 times your cash. Step up to the plate. Add your favorite players to your lineup with Prize Picks. Whether it's strikeouts, home runs, or hits, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports takes into real money all season long. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy, available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the Rome and get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. That's code ROME on Prize Picks to get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit just for playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating, and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision, auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop. 315-DILLAHAY. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, rain showers are possible this afternoon. This will be the only day until the weekend where we do get rain possible. High of 88, a low tonight of 68. Tomorrow, sunshine and 90. Wednesday, sunshine and 93. Thursday, sunshine 93. Friday, sunshine 93. Right now, it's 6:23 in the morning, 72 degrees here in Danville. We're glad to have you on the show this morning. 859-238-9447 to call in. That's 238-WHIR. Our famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. Our celebrity list of birthdays looks like this. Starting off on this date in Hollywood. The late Robin Williams was born this date, 1951. Would have been 74 years old today. Known for his acting in the movies Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Will Hunting, of course, in Aladdin, Night of the Museum, Patch Adams, and Dead Poets Society. Mrs. Doubtfire, 74 years old today. Robin Williams would have had a birthday.
Do you have any special skills?
Oh, yes. I do. I do voices.
What do you mean you do voices?
Well, I do voices.
Yeah! We've come to this planet looking for intelligent life. Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
The late Robin Williams would have been 74 years old today. Former soccer player Brandi Chastain is 57. She's the one that scored the dramatic game-winning goal for the U.S. women's soccer team in the 1999 World Cup. In fact, she's won 2 Women's World Cup championships, 2 Olympic gold medals, and an Olympic silver medal. The late journalist and author Ernest Hemingway, with works like including A Farewell to Arms and The Old Man of the Sea, his imprint on the 20th century fiction is considered highly influential to writers of today. Born on this date, 1899, would have been 126 years old today. And let's give you one more here. The late former Attorney General Janet Reno, who would have been 87 years old, born on this date, 1938. Celebrity birthdays on this Monday, the 21st day of June.
This day in country music.
Yes, sirree, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history, looking back at the year 1951, where Lefty Frizzell was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. It was on this day, 1973, where Jeannie Pruitt went #1 on the country album charts with her album Satin Sheets. And it was on this day, country music history, in 2017, Australian country singer and songwriter Jeff Magg died at the age of 94. And that's what's gone on this date, July 21st. Country music history. Starting off on this date, country music history, 1951, where Lefty Frizzell was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry.
I was born in Saginaw, Michigan.
Well, Lefty Frizzell, Saginaw, Michigan, has been cited as influencing prominent country singers like George Jones, Merle Haggard, Roy Orbison, and Willie Nelson. He was the first artist to achieve 4 songs in the top 10 on the country music Billboard charts at the same time. He had 40% of the top 10 at one point. Lefty Frizzell, born on this date, 74 years... not born on this date. Inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame on this date, 74 years ago.
The daughter of a wealthy man. But he called me that son of a Saginaw fisherman, and not good enough to claim his daughter's hand.
It was on this day, country music history, 1973. Jeannie Pruitt had satin sheets to cry on and satin sheets to lie on.
Satin sheets to lie
Yeah, #1 album with this one called Satin Sheets. The album contained the first major hit and signature song of the same name as the title cut. The single reached #1 on Billboard's country charts. Jeannie Pruitt on this date, 1973. And it was on this day, country music history in the year 2017, just 8 years ago, where Jeff Mack died at the age of 94, famous for writing this song.
I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, across the deserts bare, man.
Anyway, this song became popular in North America when adapted for Hank Snow. More than 130 cover versions of this song have been recorded since then. On this day, 2017, the writer of this song, Jeff Mack, an Australian country singer and songwriter, died at the age of 94.
I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, across the desert bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man, I've traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere.
There you go, Jeff Mack. Jeannie Pruitt and Lefty Frizzell have made their mark on this day, the 21st day of July in country music history.
Cherokee spirit like Grand Lake, Double Lake, Cradle Lake, the Peak, say I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, across the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man, I've traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. A little astronaut on the
Danville deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Jeeps cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Make this the summer event and save on a new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Now lease priced at only $299 per month for 51 months. $45.92 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 miles per year. Must have trade. Stock C25327. Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Be aware Kentuckians were watching over possible floods and heat advisories across the Commonwealth. The National Weather Service Louisville branch has a flood watch active through Monday evening from central throughout the eastern part of the state, with more storms on the way today. Meantime, the Paducah location of the NWS calls for a heat advisory starting Monday morning at 11 o'clock and running until Wednesday evening. They're calling for heat index values to reach 105 in the western part of the state from Owensboro and Hopkinsville and points west. Keep it here to this station for more weather updates, and stay safe out there. Meantime, a man dies after entering an abandoned mine in eastern Kentucky.
A death investigation is underway in Breathitt County. 45-year-old John Mullins and his cousin were reportedly searching for ginseng and yellow root inside Old Mine Number 2 off Mineshaft Road on Thursday night when Mullins went deeper into the mine and evidently collapsed. He never made it back out. He was pronounced dead at the scene. His body has been sent to Frankfort for autopsy. I'm Travis Laird.
More than a dozen people face charges after chaos erupts during a protest on the Roebling Bridge in Norfolk, Kentucky. On Thursday night, protesters on the Covington side of the bridge were met by police as they protested the recent ICE detainment of former Cincinnati Children's chaplain Eamon Solomon. In total, Covington police arrested at least 13 people on a variety of charges, including first-degree riot, unlawful assembly, and criminal mischief. 2 journalists from the Cincinnati City Bee publication were also arrested. The annual Day of Caring initiative returning to Southern Kentucky. That event scheduled for this Wednesday throughout multiple counties, including Warren, Allen, and Simpson counties. United Way officials say several nonprofits and similar groups will participate in a regional effort to uplift their communities. Over 65 projects are expected to be launched, including supply drives, cleanup efforts, light home repairs, and more. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man of War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men on the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, equal housing lender on the Danville bypass.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, there, Ready Joe, coming your way courtesy of the Little Sign Shop. And our new owners and operators, they offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They are in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Rain showers and thunderstorms are likely today, partly sunny, and a high today of 88, a low tonight 68. Sunshine and 89 tomorrow, and Wednesday, sunshine and 93. Right now, 6:37 in the morning, 73 degrees. Monday, the 21st day of July. What's up with Larry Vaught today?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
I know it's only mid-July. Football season for Kentucky starts in about 6 weeks. And yet most of us really feel like we do not have a realistic idea about what to expect from Coach Mark Stoops' team this season. There are so many questions about this team and so many unknowns because almost 50% of the roster is new this season. I just don't sense that most UK fans have bought into this team, and I keep hearing ticket sales are way, way down. Could Kentucky turn out to be way better than expected this season? Sure, it could happen. Look at what Vanderbilt and Indiana both did last year. Vanderbilt knocked off Alabama, Auburn, and Virginia Tech during the regular season and then beat Georgia Tech in the Birmingham Bowl, while Indiana managed to come out of nowhere, beat Michigan, win 11 games during the regular season, and even make the college football playoffs.
Bott's Views will return in a moment.
Hey, Kentucky, this is Commissioner of Agriculture Jonathan Schell. Let's give a big shout out to our hardworking farmers. It's a busy time, and our roads are bustling with heavy farm machinery. Remember, patience is key. Take it slow, keep a safe distance, and ensure everyone gets home safely. And when you see a farmer, go ahead and give them a wave. Just make sure to use all your fingers. Let's work together for a safer Kentucky. Visit kyagr.com.
Brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Agriculture. Growing awareness, cultivating safety.
Do I think Kentucky could make the college football playoffs? No way. But if you want to be optimistic, I guess you could hope for wins over Toledo, Eastern Michigan, and Tennessee Tech, and then hope the football gods can help produce wins maybe over Louisville, Auburn, and Vanderbilt to get UK to a bowl game, even though all three of those teams beat Kentucky and Lexington last year. Hopefully, I'm way too pessimistic, and the Cats will prove me wrong, but I've got to see it to believe it.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go. Larry Vaughn, Fox Views, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. It's Monday, the 21st day of July. I got a phone call in here. Good morning. You're on the Joe Show.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Doug?
Hey, I just want to call and say if people out there have got nothing better to do, they need to get off their butts and go enjoy some time with their children while they have a chance.
Yes.
And do whatever you can do and have fun with it. Robert and I had a blast this last weekend, and thanks to you for some helpful hints and some advice on some things. And boy, was we were so impressed. I don't know about Robert, but I was so impressed when I got down to see Truist Field and everything that is associated with it. And I also was there to see a statue of one that I had watched when I was a little boy named Phil Necro.
Yeah.
I forgot all about Phil Necro, and that's the first thing we saw when we were in the stadium Saturday night. So, anyway, thank you, Joe, for your helpful hints. And, boy, that place, I'm not a Braves fan. I don't encourage anybody to be a Braves fan, but they have done a remarkable job.
Yeah, Doug, you're breaking up right now. It sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like, going through a blender or something like that. I can hardly hear you. I heard you say you had a remarkable time. You saw a statue of Phil Necro. You don't encourage anyone to be a Braves fan, but you at least encourage them to go down to Truist Park and see where the Braves play.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're still, I don't know what's going on. I've never heard it make this sound before, Doug. It's doing stuff it's never done before because it knows you're on the phone line. Yeah.
Why else would it be missing it like that?
I know, yeah. Well, Doug, hey, yeah, we'll let you go since we're having trouble hearing you, but appreciate you being on, Doug. And I was talking with Doug over the weekend yesterday. Actually, we're texting back and forth, and Doug had mentioned something how the Yankees win the series, which they did. They won 2 of 3 from the Braves. And I said, that's the story of the Braves season right there. They win the first game Friday. They were up 5-0 going to the 6th inning on Saturday and lose the game Saturday, which is the game Doug was at. They hit the Yankees a grand slam at the top of the 9th to win 12-9. And then they lose. The Braves lose yesterday as well. So should have won 2 of 3. Instead, they lose 2 of 3 and ho-hum, move on to the next series. Doug, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Hey, have a good day, Joe.
No, you too, Doug. Bye. That's Doug Thacker, and it sounded better, at least cleared up a little bit there at the end. 6:42 in the morning, 859-238-9447 is the number to call in this morning. And President Donald Trump says he is pushing for Coca-Cola to switch from corn syrup to cane sugar in their soda, claiming that it's a healthier alternative. Well, he's holding a press conference to talk about this. Trump apparently loves cane sugar.
Hi, folks. Thanks for coming.
And I, your favorite President Donald Trump, have a huge announcement to make. I've talked to Coca-Cola, and they're not going to use corn syrup anymore. They're going to use cane sugar. But that's not all. I talked to the Wonder Bread Company, and guess what? No more wheat in the bread. It's going to be filled with cane sugar instead. And you know Philly cheesesteaks? No more cheese and no more meat, only cane sugar. And you know Tylenol? Well, guess what? That's right, no more medicine stuff in Tylenol. It's going to be all cane sugar. Oh, and you like this suit I'm wearing? Guess what? It's made out of cane sugar. I'm making America cane sugar again. Thank you, no more questions.
Making America cane sugar again. Let's see what's going on in this morning's World of Good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer for you. Here we go. Story number one, coming from Michigan, where while delivering pizza in Warren, Michigan, Amir Ali found an elderly woman unconscious in her home and took quick action to get her to help. He contacted the woman's daughter, called for assistance, and later returned to care for her dog and bring her personal items to the hospital. The woman is now recovering, and Ali is being praised for his life-saving compassion and selflessness. He's just a pizza delivery driver. Found an elderly woman unconscious, and he became basically the caretaker for her till family could get there. The woman's neighbor, Megan Rose, says Ali saved her life.
If it wasn't for him, we don't know what could have happened. He saved her, honestly.
That happened in Warren, Michigan. Story number two, coming from Pennsylvania, where Emmeline Holland from Pennsylvania won the grand prize in the Duck Brand Stuck at Prom Scholarship. That was a duct tape ball gown that she made, and that's why she won the grand prize. She spent 176 hours, used 31 rolls of duct tape to create the hot pink dress along with a matching crown and jewelry. Her win earned her a $15,000 scholarship. And story number three, coming from Michigan once again. This is Port Huron, Michigan, where a baby there safely reunited with their mother after being inside a car that was stolen from a gas station. Law enforcement quickly located the vehicle following a high-speed chase that ended in a crash, but fortunately, no injuries were reported. The outcome is being called a miracle, and officials are using the incident as a safety reminder about leaving running vehicles unattended, especially if a child's inside. A baby found safe after a Michigan teenager's joyride in a stolen car. A teenager wins $15,000 from the National Duct Tape Foundation for a prom dress competition. And a pizza delivery guy saves an elderly woman who was unconscious in her home. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. All right, no Garage Pass because it's a Monday, but we'll get a look at sports. We'll get Sylvanus at Sunrise, and we'll get Tom Leach taking a look at UK sports. Specifically, it's all coming up next on the Joe Show. Don't go anywhere.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Petals for Hope. When you call 988, you are connected to a crisis counselor. Crisis self-defined. If you are wondering if you need to call, then you should call. A caller can expect to talk about coping skills, resources, ways to feel better. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
Scotty Scheffler wins the Open. Denny Hamlin wins at Dover. And President Trump threatens the Commanders' new stadium. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. Well, it took longer than expected, but a familiar face ended up with a win at Dover Motor Speedway yesterday. It was Denny Hamlin. The number 11 Joe Gibbs Toyota driver held off teammate Chase Briscoe on older tires in overtime to win the NASCAR Cup Series race at Dover for the second year in a row and third time in his career. Quote, I had to endure a few restarts there. It was tough, Hamlin said. Those guys gave me a run for it, no doubt about it, but this whole team did just an amazing job. Rain threatened the race for much of the early afternoon and finally hit in the final. Stage 3 on lap 386, officials threw the red flag after Ross Chastain hit the wall exiting turn 2. That led to a stoppage for nearly an hour to let the concrete track dry out. While much of the field came down pit row for fresh tires, Hamlin and the rest of the top 7 in the running order stayed out to keep position. Briscoe, running in the back of the top 10, was one of the first drivers to hit pit road. Briscoe took the early lead on stage 1 and charged back in overtime to challenge Hamlin for the win, but couldn't get past even with fresher tires. Scotty Scheffler won the 2025 Open Championship, the first British Open victory of his career, giving him career wins at 3 of the 4 major tournaments. Only the U.S. Open remains after Rory McIlroy earned the coveted career Grand Slam earlier this year. Scheffler will have his own opportunity to achieve that same feat as early as next year. Scheffler opened the final round with a 4-stroke lead and only expanded that lead Sunday, shooting 2 under on the front 9 and 1 under on the back, finishing his round with 6 consecutive pars. It wasn't the flashiest final round for Scheffler, but it was clear he could mostly play the course safe with such a huge lead. While chasers behind him all performed admirably, Scheffler never appeared to be in trouble. Despite his first double bogey of the tournament at number 7, Scheffler never saw his lead shrink to fewer than 4 strokes. In the NFL, the Washington Commanders have had a busy offseason. They've traded for left tackle Laramie Tunsil and wide receiver Deebo Samuel to bolster one of the top offenses in the National Football League from last year. On defense, they added decorated pass rusher Von Miller. There's been news off the field as well, with the franchise announcing plans to build a new stadium. The franchise hopes to build on the site of RFK Memorial Stadium, where the team played from 1961 to 1996 and is 2 miles east of the U.S. Capitol building. Washington, though, may be facing a challenge as well from the highest-ranking elected official in the country. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that he may restrict the team from building on the old RFK Stadium site if it doesn't change its name. I may put a restriction on them that if they don't change their name back to the original Washington name and get rid of the ridiculous moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington, Trump posted. And in Major League Baseball, the LA Dodgers were swept by the Brewers at home, and the weekend nearly became worse when one of their MVPs left the series finale with an injury. Freddie Freeman left the game yesterday after he was hit by a pitch in the wrist. The Dodgers said Freeman left the game with a left wrist contusion. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Lee's Famous Recipe's been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. Lee's is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a home-style buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and home-style buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville on South 4th.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, there, Rayleigh Jofus, coming your way courtesy of the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop it safe on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net. All right, rain showers, cloudy skies today, a high of 88, a low tonight of 68. Tomorrow, sunshine, 86 is your high. On Wednesday, 93. Thursday, 93. At 6:52 in the morning, 72 degrees. Starting off this Monday morning, 859-238 WHIR to call in. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show every morning. We call it the Dad Joke of the Day. Here we go.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, the Dad Joke of the Day. All right, let me get things set up here. Where did it go? All right, here we go. Why is Billy Joel's laundry still wet? Why is Billy Joel's laundry still wet? Because he didn't start the dryer. Yeah, here we go. That's why Billy Joel's laundry's still wet. Come on now.
Not funny.
It's not funny. Not funny. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Oh, yes, Rick Dees and I, maybe you've been there. I certainly have. Trapped on a bad date that's going nowhere. It gives an incoming rescue call to you. I'm promising this. You can set the app to call your cell phone with a call that could give you an excuse to get out of the date and just get out of there. There will be an actual call from your mother, a friend, some type of emergency. The app is from eHarmony. I can't believe these people. Is it free? This is free, right? Search for Bad Date Rescue app. It's worth going in just to take a look at anyway. It's free from eHarmony. Rick Dees, every single day in this molten magma we call the planet of the apps.
Yes, we do, Rick Dees. The planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time, leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where in the spotlight this morning we have Chris Monty. Chris Monty. In here this morning. Here he is.
Got to try and stay youthful. Got to stay in shape. I'm not in bad shape. I'm not in good shape. I'm in no shape, really. I don't do it. This little walk I'm doing right here is the most exercise I've got all day. I was in my bed until showtime. I don't do anything, you know? And the body's starting to change. Once you get 47 and past, and some of the gentlemen in the audience who are that age, they can attest to this. The body starts to change, right? Little things are happening. Like I took a nap this afternoon. Just laid down and take a nap. Only my foot fell asleep. What the heck is this all about now? Do our body parts take shifts as we get older? That's what I think what happens. You get to a certain age, your body parts do whatever they want to do. They don't tell the rest of the body. You ever been in the kitchen, you can't open a jar? Maybe your hand was up all night. You don't know. I don't want to look old for my poor kid. I get my physical every year. I said, Doc, look, my hair's starting to fall out. Maybe give me something to keep it in. He gave me a Ziploc bag. That's why I'm glad I got married, because getting older and being single is tough. You always got to look good. I'm trying to look good now just for my daughter. I don't want to embarrass her, you know? I shaved my mustache because my friends kept telling me, Chris, with a nose like yours, why underline it?
Dad joke of the day. Dad joke of the day. The Country Comic Spotlight in this morning's Silliness at Sunrise segment. And now let's take a look at UK sports with Tom Leach, who, with UK football starting and with the basketball tournament underway, too. UK basketball won in a nail-biter. Boy, they look like a Coach Cal coach team there late in that game. But they got it done versus Auburn, pulled it off with a win over Auburn in the basketball tournament yesterday. So a lot for Tom Leach to pick from. Let's see where he goes with it.
We'll check in on the UK men's basketball team with assistant coach Cody Fieger coming up on this edition of A Look at UK Sports.
Raider Auction Company will conduct a summer farm equipment auction Friday, July 25th at 8 a.m. at 10
1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. Selling will be tractors, combines, corn and grain heads, drills, hay and tilling equipment, planters, rotary mowers, spray equipment, industrial equipment. Hundreds of items sale day. For more info or to consign, call Delbert Rader at 270-881-2610. That's Rader Auction Company, ROEDER. A summer farm equipment auction. Friday, July 25th, 8 a.m. at 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville.
What to expect in year 2 for Mark Pope's Kentucky men's basketball team? Well, more the same, but a little better, says assistant coach Cody Feger.
One thing we're going to do is we're going to be able to score the ball because we're going to play fast and free. But we got Jalen Lowe who can really pass the ball, really good decision maker. We're going to play very similar to last year, but hopefully get more threes and more possessions. We want to even play more in transition. Like, we want to be a top 10 transition team. We want to push this pace every single time. One thing we're going to do a way better job of this year, and I can promise you, is offensive rebound. We're going to be way better at that because that's something that we're teaching a little bit different this year, and we're holding guys accountable a little bit more this year. We've got the bodies to throw in there this year. So offensive rebounding, I think, is going to make a huge jump. You know, to simplify it all for us, what we want more possessions than the other team. So at the end of the day, with our guys, we just kind of talk to them about that. Like offensive rebound, more possessions, protecting the ball, not turning the ball over, more possessions, and then effective field goal percentage.
Feger says a lot of time and effort goes into building a plan for a season or just an individual game. But for the players, they want to keep it simple. Simpler equals faster. That's a look at UK sports.
There you go, Tom Leach. Look at UK sports Mondays and Fridays right here on The Joe Show. At this time, WHIR Danville. We're back in 60. And rounding out this 6 o'clock in the morning hour, boy, did it fly by right here on The Joe Show. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At A Gathering Place, we promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance quality of life. The activities that we offer are designed to keep seniors active and involved, offer socialization, promote friendship, encourage mental fitness, and positively impact overall health and wellness. To find out more, visit us at agatheringplace.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
We're gonna have a good time at the fair.
The 198th Mercer County Fair and Horse Show starts this Monday night, and WHBN will be broadcasting live. Tune in for the Man on the Midway Report starting each night at about 5:15, followed by the beauty pageants on Monday and Tuesday night, and then the Horse Show broadcast Wednesday through Saturday night. Hear the Grand Old Mercer County Fair and Horse Show live on WHBN, AM and FM, and streamed around the world at hometownlive.net.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
One hour in, 3 hours to go. 7 o'clock in the morning news is now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A warning from Jeffrey Epstein's former attorney, Alan Dershowitz, says the grand jury transcripts the White House wants unsealed likely won't reveal much about Epstein's connections to the rich and powerful. Dershowitz told Fox News Sunday that key information is probably in sealed New York court documents. Dershowitz says grand jury testimony is typically just enough information to obtain an indictment, while he thinks former Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell knows everything about everyone involved.
She is the Rosetta Stone. She knows everything. She arranged every single trip with everybody. She knows everything. And if she were just given use immunity, she could be compelled to testify. I'm told that she actually would be willing to testify, and there'd be no reason for her to withhold any information.
She's serving 20 years for Epstein-related crimes. Epstein died in jail in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges, and President Trump recently ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to unseal grand jury testimony after facing pressure from some of his supporters. Alaska Airlines is back up and running after a ground stop for all flights. Alaska requested the ground stop late Sunday due to what it called an IT outage. The move impacted more than 200 planes. Police say the man who intentionally plowed his car into a crowd of people outside a Los Angeles nightclub has been charged. More from Mark Mayfield.
The LAPD said Fernando Ramirez was arrested on a charge of assault with a deadly weapon. The 29-year-old had been kicked out of the club early Saturday for causing a disturbance and returned a short time later. Investigators say Ramirez drove his car onto the sidewalk and plowed into a line of people. He was dragged from the car and beaten by bystanders and then shot by an unknown man who fled the scene. About 30 people were injured in the attack, 7 critically.
Officials in Texas continue searching after catastrophic flooding near San Antonio left 3 people missing. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-291-0342. 800-291-0342. 800-2...
The Writers Guild of America East and West is calling on New York Attorney General Letitia James to launch an investigation into the cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. More from Kristen Marks.
CBS says the final show will be in May. CBS owner Paramount says the cancellation is due to financial reasons. However, the Guild is accusing Paramount of offering a bribe to the Trump administration, citing their recently reached settlement with the president on his lawsuit filed against CBS News. The Guild adds that cancellations are part of the business, but a corporation terminating a show in bad faith due to explicit or implicit political pressure is dangerous and unacceptable in a democratic society.
Health officials are urging Florida swimmers to watch out for flesh-eating bacteria at the beach. More from Lisa Taylor.
4 people have died and 7 have fallen sick recently from Vibrio vulnificus, a bacteria which thrives in warm coastal areas and leads to rapidly expanding skin infections. It can also cause vomiting and diarrhea. Officials say people with open wounds, piercings, and fresh tattoos are at a higher risk and should avoid warm beach water.
The late NFL star Pat Tillman's brother is facing charges after his car crashed into a San Jose, California post office. USPS officials say Richard Tillman drove into the Almaden Valley post office early Sunday morning, triggering an explosion that caused the post office to go up in flames. Authorities believe Tillman drove into the post office intentionally, and he's been booked on jail on numerous charges. A concert film based on Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath's final concert in Birmingham, England is set to be released in theaters next year. The 100-minute concert film, Back to the Beginning, Ozzy's Final Bow, was filmed during Black Sabbath's show on July 5th. The film is being presented as a love letter to Osbourne and will feature exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Good morning to you. It's Monday. It's the 21st day of July, a cloudy day where we expect some rain showers potentially this afternoon. Forecast is coming your way. You know, news has got to come up here first. Brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business.
Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man of War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men on the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Riley Joe, Dexter, and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Come on, ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6686. 86. All right, cloudy skies. Rain showers are possible. High today, 88. Low tonight of 68. Sunshine tomorrow and 89. Wednesday, 93 is your high. Right now, it's 7:11 in the morning. It's 72 degrees. Still got a ton of people talking about what happened at that Coldplay concert late last week where the CEO and his employee were caught having an affair during a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. And now I'm seeing that there are stadiums across the country. There was one over the weekend in Salt Lake City, America First Stadium, where Real Salt Lake plays, the MLS soccer team there, that had a Coldplay Kiss Cam segment where they would find people on camera where the man and woman were either sitting close or the man was holding the woman, and the kiss cam would come on them, and they were asked to duck out of the way. So while a family has been divided. A nation is united over the Coldplay Kiss Cam. Well, check out the ad for the Kiss Cam helmet now.
Tired of getting busted cheating when you're at a Coldplay concert or any event for that matter?
I sure am. That Kiss Cam is a real relationship killer.
That's why there's the Kiss Cam helmet, the helmet you wear to a concert or sporting event to protect your anonymity during the Kiss Cam.
Man, this Kiss Cam helmet is perfect. I'm here at this baseball game with my coworker Jane, and we're totally going to make out during the Kiss Cam.
And nobody's going to know it's us, and we won't lose our jobs at the accounting firm where we work.
That's right. And, wait. Maybe we shouldn't have told everybody that we're having an affair.
Or where we work.
What have we done?
The Kiss Cam helmet. Order now.
There you go. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show. The brother of the late NFL star Pat Tillman is facing charges. His car crashed into a San Jose post office. USPS says Richard Tillman drove into the Almaden Valley post office early Sunday morning, triggering an explosion that caused the post office to go up in flames. Authorities believe Tillman drove into the post office intentionally, and he's been booked into jail on numerous charges. NFL star Pat Tillman, who left football behind and chose to serve his country in Afghanistan as an Army Ranger, he was killed by friendly fire in 2004. This is his brother who's charged with this now. Vanilla ice cream is still America's favorite. Data from Instacart shows that vanilla was the most ordered ice cream on the platform in summer of 2024. It also topped the list for summer 2023. Figures show vanilla makes up 27% of all ice cream sales last summer. Chocolate and cookies and cream held their positions at second and third in the list. As for regions, Moose Tracks is the favorite for the Great Lakes region. Maine is the only state to favor peanut butter chocolate and butter pecan range is a favorite in both South and North Carolina. New Jersey is the only state that loves cherry ice cream. It's all about heat and flash flooding this week in parts of the country, including here in Kentucky, where the heat will be the story. The Midwest is dealing with a threat of flash flooding, while over 50 million people from Kansas to the Carolinas are under heat alerts. Flood watches have been posted from Missouri to West Virginia with heavy rain in the forecast. Flash floods already hit parts of Iowa Sunday. As for warmer temperatures, the heat index was close to 110 degrees Sunday in Little Rock, St. Louis, and Nashville. Today's expected to be around the same in cities like Raleigh, Charleston, and Jacksonville. A new Insurify survey says dual-income couples with no kids are going into debt for their pets. The survey found that 94% of the couples view their pets as family members. 68% of their pet parents say they have made financial sacrifices to cover pet essentials. The couples surveyed spent an average of $1,900 a year on their pets. That's a fraction of the $23,000 people spend on their kids annually. Only 11% of those surveyed said they don't splurge on their pets. The debt comes in when it comes to critical vet care for the fur babies. That cost can be over $10,000. Hey, Bangor police needed the help of the fire department last week when a guy decided to climb onto the roof of a homeowner and wouldn't come down. The homeowner called police at 4:30 in the morning after hearing a noise on the roof. Cops found Stephen Nason on the roof. The fire department raised a basket to get Nason, but instead he jumped into it, grabbed an axe in the basket, and headed back onto the roof. A crisis negotiator was called in, and Nason was taken into custody and sent to a hospital for mental evaluation. The homeowners themselves are fine. Let's go to this story where Director Todd Lyons of ICE announced a stricter enforcement approach during an appearance on Face the Nation. ICE agents will arrest anyone found in the U.S. illegally and impose penalties on employers who hire them. Lyons said agents have broadened sweeps to multiple states and will not be targeting sanctuary areas. Employers could face heavy fines and jail time if found to be employing illegal immigrants. This during Face the Nation yesterday, where Lyons said the agency isn't just arresting violent immigration criminals, but anyone with them that's in the country illegally as well.
ICE is always focused on the worst of the worst. One difference you'll see now is under this administration, we have opened up the whole aperture of the immigration portfolio, meaning that if you're here illegally and ICE goes out and arrests someone that is released from a sanctuary jurisdiction or wanted in their home country, and an ICE officer finds other individuals with them who are in the country illegally, we're going to take them as well.
And Oregon's biggest wildfire has burned almost 96,000 acres, and the Cram Fire is getting close to becoming what experts call a rare mega fire, which happens when a blaze covers at least 100,000 acres. If it reaches that size, it would be the first mega fire in the U.S. this year. The fire started a week ago during extremely hot, dry, and windy weather. More than 900 firefighters are working to stop it, and it had 49% contained as of yesterday. The blaze destroyed at least 4 homes and 2 other buildings, and people in 2 counties had to evacuate. The cause of the fire is still being investigated. That, my friends, is what's breaking and trending right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 7:16. The Big Daddy comes your way with sports next. And we see what movies rule the box office on a Movie Monday right after that. Happy to have you aboard on a good-looking Monday morning here in Danville on WHIR.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports. And this is a sports update with the Big Daddy, Steve Bochum. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the basketball tournament, former Kentucky players are in the 3rd round, barely, while ex-Louisville players are finished after the 2nd round. La Familia's defense forced 2 turnovers that led to a pair of Archie Goodwin layups back-to-back when the score was tied at 76 all, with the Elam ending point at 79. Final score, La Familia 80, War Ready 76. War Ready, made up of former Auburn players, had missed a couple of 3-pointers, either of which would have given them the shocking win. Ex-Tiger guard Wendell Green had a heck of a game. He began his college career at Eastern Kentucky University. La Familia opened up Friday night with a 105-52 win over Stroh's squad, while War Ready got by X-rated 61-55. La Familia will have its hands full tomorrow night when they host Eberline Drive in historic Memorial Coliseum at 6 o'clock in Lexington. At Freedom Hall in Louisville, Card fans went away thoroughly disappointed after watching the Ville get beat by Sideline Cancer 73-63. The ex-U of L dominated squad found themselves down by 22 at the half. They trailed by as many as 25 before Montrezl Harrell and David Johnson led the Ville to within 5 at 63-58, but the Elam ending point was set at 73 by then. The best golfer in the world right now is Scottie Scheffler, period. Part of the reason is that he's just that good. The other part is how he says he lives, with faith first, family second, then golf third. Scheffler finished with a score of 17 under to win first prize of $3.1 million in the Claret Jug. In the Open, Americans were second and third, Harris English second, and last week's Open winner at Scotland, Chris Gotterup third. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 34th to win $97,500. In the other PGA event, which was held stateside in California, it's the only event that uses a Stableford scoring system. Ryan Garrard won the Barracuda with 47 points. Lexington native Vince Whaley tied for 23rd. To no one's surprise, the SEC football media picked Kentucky to finish 15th out of 16 this fall in conference play. Just one Wildcat was selected to the All-SEC team, punter Aiden Loran. Eastern Kentucky University has been picked to finish 3rd this season in the United Athletic Conference by the league's coaches. 6 EKU players were also chosen to the UAC's preseason all-conference squad. In baseball Sunday, the Mets scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the eighth to edge the Reds 3-2. Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in New York. Tonight, the Reds are at Washington. Cincinnati is in third place in the National League Central and tied for fourth in the wild card standings, 2.5 games behind San Diego. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
For the cycling enthusiast, it's not a race, it's a journey. Start your journey at Danville Bike and Footwear and get ready for the cycling season with a new bike or a tune-up. Danville Bike and Footwear features both specialized and Trek products and is now receiving shipments of new e-bikes. Come in and custom build your dream bike or refurbish that bike you've been waiting to ride all winter. Head on into Danville Bike and Footwear, located 417 West Main Street in beautiful downtown Danville, a place where adventure and comfort ride together.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560. Right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Jofus coming your way, courtesy of Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Get a free estimate, and they work at their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair at Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunny skies right now, and chance of rain showers later. A high today, 88. A low tonight, 68. Sunshine and 90 tomorrow. Sunshine 93 Wednesday. Sunshine 93 Thursday. 7:23 in the morning, 73 degrees. Monday, the 21st day of July, as we see what movie rolled the box office on a Movie Monday today. Pretty easy one to know and to wonder and to think about what movie ruled the box office. Superman did it again. Another super weekend at the box office with $57.3 million in its second week of release. The James Gunn film stars David Corenswet as the Man of Steel. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane has now made $235 million total domestically and $407 million worldwide. I saw another couple of different reviews over the weekend, and I'm not a big superhero movie guy, so I'm probably not going to see it because whatever, I don't care. But I like reading the reviews because some people say it is absolutely awesome, and some people say it's horrible, it's atrocious, and so I don't know what to believe. So maybe I need to see it for myself just to make my own opinion. $407 million worldwide, though. Jurassic World Rebirth held steady in the number 2 spot with $23.4 million, while the weekend's new releases, I Know What You Did Last Summer, came in third with $13 million. Smurfs came in 4 with $11 million. The other new release over the weekend, a movie called Edgington, that's the one that stars Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, landed at number 7 with $4.3 million. Out of all the new releases, to me, that one sounded the most interesting. We talked about this movie on Friday on our Feature Flick Friday segment. Those movies coming out in the box office. We kind of preview those on Friday. This is the one, Eddington, that focuses on a town, I think in New Mexico, right at the start of COVID, where the mayor wants to implement a mask mandate and the sheriff thinks this is ridiculous. Why are we all wearing paper cloth things over our face? So they battle over that, and that's what that movie's about. So, again, top 5, F1 the movie at $9.6 million. Smurfs at number 4, $11 million. I Know What You Did Last Summer, $13 million. Jurassic Park Rebirth at $23.4 million. And number 1 at the box office, Superman at $57.3 million. And number 1 in the box office. Hey, Katy Perry was recently in a concert and was left dangling when one of her props malfunctioned. A butterfly prop malfunction left her dangling above the stage. And that is not good for Katy Perry. Good thing she has insurance.
It happens time and time again. You're on stage performing in front of tens of thousands of people and...
Hello? Can somebody help me?
Yes, a prop malfunction leaves you dangling in midair. Not anymore, thanks to Popstars Insurance.
Hi, it's Katy Perry. And if there's one thing I hate, it's when I'm in a prop and it malfunctions and I'm dangling in midair. Sometimes for hours. Thankfully, there's Popstars Insurance. So anytime a fake plane or a fake car or a fake whatever stops and leaves me dangling, I'm covered.
And only Popstars Insurance offers mid-air prop malfunction forgiveness.
Uh-oh, this prop is malfunctioning again, but I'm covered. Hey, look out below, I'm gonna jump, and Popstars Insurance is gonna pay my medical bills. Here goes nothing. Ah! Thanks, Popstars Insurance.
You're welcome. Popstars Insurance. Call now. We are Popstars. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
727. Let's go back to the story about Coldplay again. Still talking about it. Despite what the internet has been suggesting all weekend, Coldplay has not taken glee in destroying the relationship that, well, probably wasn't on real good footing anyway, but the former CEO of Astronomer, Andy Byron, and his wife had, and of course he was caught on a kiss cam with his mistress. During their show Saturday night in Madison, Wisconsin, Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, actually warned the audience before they did the kiss cam. Their first show since they outed the tech CEO Andy Byron and his mistress last week when they put him on kiss cam, unknowingly, not knowing they were having an affair. He said, quote, "We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. How we're going to do this is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen. So please, if you haven't done your makeup, do your makeup now," is what Chris Martin said. Now, the fan who posted the footage tweeted a bit later they didn't actually show any couples. On a related note, Andy Byron, the CEO, has officially resigned from his company, Astronomer. He has still not made a statement yet about this whole mess. Coldplay apparently is now giving people a disclaimer. Hey, we're bringing the kiss cam up. If you're cheating on your husband or wife, maybe you ought to get out of the way of the camera, duck down or hide or something like that. This is their first concert since they did that over the weekend. Saturday night in Madison, Wisconsin, they were live and warned the people there. Kiss cam's coming, watch out. It's 7:28 and a half in the morning, 90 seconds away from news.
Free trial is 7 days. If customer does not cancel prior to the end of a trial period, fees will apply.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Open Phone. Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Open Phone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. Openphone.com/TRY.
This message is from Sunrise Children's Services. Did you know there is no cost to becoming an adoptive parent through Sunrise Children's Services? Call one of their local offices to find out more. You can enter to win a Sunrise prize package by going to sunrise.org/trivia. Sunrise.org/trivia. And answering this week's trivia question, how much does it cost to foster to adopt at Sunrise? Answer, no cost. Go to sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Sunrise.org/trivia to enter.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The heat advisory kicking off this morning in the western part of the Commonwealth, with more scattered storms bringing in more rain across central and eastern Kentucky, with concerns over flooding once again. Stay tuned to alerts on this station and be sure you can get to higher ground if need be. A former football coach and his twin brother among those charged in a severe sex abuse case.
A Jefferson County grand jury has indicted former DuPont Manual High School coach Donnie Stoner, his twin brother Ronnie Stoner, and Zachary Kilgore Kilgore. The Stoners lost their jobs with the school in 2023 after Donnie was accused of having sex with a 17-year-old. Now he's up on 35 counts, including multiple counts of rape and sexual abuse. Ronnie Stoner is also under indictment on multiple counts of rape, sexual abuse, along with sodomy and incest. Zachary Kilgore is charged with complicity to rape. All three men will be arraigned on Monday. I'm Jack Crumley.
A man faces charges after firing shots at a Mercer County Sheriff's deputy. From Thursday night, a deputy was attempting to serve warrants to Troy Simmons when he allegedly opened fire on said deputy. Following a shootout, Simmons was taken into custody on multiple new charges, which include attempted murder of a first responder. Neither Simmons nor the deputy were hurt. A man on death row in Lexington dies. Officials say Jonathan Goforth, who was convicted and sentenced to death for the murder and robbery of Lonetta White in Lexington back in 1998, fell ill and died at a private hospital. His cause of death has not been revealed at this time. Goforth's co-conspirator, Virginia Caldale, remains on death row at the Kentucky Correctional Institute for Women. And the Southern Kentucky Fair starting this week in Bowling Green, a new bag policy active for this year. Only clear plastic or vinyl bags are allowed, and small clutch bags can only be the size of a hand. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
Jade Jordan. I live in Lawrenceburg. I worked with Miss Christy Welch. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. She made everything completely smooth. We knew nothing about the home buying process. It was me and my husband's first home. Walked us through every single step and truly treated us like we were family. Answered every question. She looked out for things in the houses, truly listened to what we wanted, found things that fit us, truly felt like a friend after the process.
Welch Homes Real Estate. Welcome home with Welch Homes.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man of War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men of the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer.
Big Deal Store is rolling out those summer savings for you. You can purchase a $50 gift certificate from B&O Jewelers for just $29, or get this, 4 $50 gift certificates, a $200 value for just $100. That means you only pay half price. Stay in style with a visit to Anderson's Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Get a $50 gift certificate for only $35. $10 gift certificates to the Bread of Life in Liberty are just $7. Give that sweet tooth what it wants at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. $10 gift certificates are half price is $5. Applebee's Grill and Bar in Danville. Get a $10 gift certificate for just $7.50. $22 Pioneer Playhouse gift certificates are back. You get an entertaining $5 savings at just $17. Come clean with a visit to Thoroughbred Auto Wash in Danville. $20 car washes are just half price at $10. Check out these and many more great savings at our Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. hometownlive.net.
When it comes to your money, there's a lot to think about. Paying bills, setting a family budget, and retirement. Farmers National Bank cares about your financial well-being and is here to help. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com to check out their financial wellness section with short videos on budgeting, saving, paying off debt, and more. You can also stop into a branch or call to ask the bank's financial professionals for advice. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Coming your way, courtesy of the Little Sign Shop. If you need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast, then see the owners and operators at the Little Sign Shop. Full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They are in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Street meet. Cloudy skies, 88 is your high. Low tonight, 68. Chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tomorrow, sunny. Wednesday, sunny. Thursday, sunny. Friday, sunny. Going to be a real good week for the Mercer County Fair and Horse Show. Right now, it's 7:37, 73 degrees on the 21st day of July. And Tyler Miller joins the show from the Lincoln County Extension Office. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey there. Good morning. I'm doing well. Good. And it's good to be back on it.
Yeah, appreciate you being on. It's Tyler Miller's week this week to give us the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And here's Tyler Miller.
All right. Well, thank you there, Joe. We'll be talking a little bit about post-harvest management of canola and wheat, and that's mostly been harvested across Kentucky by now. A lot of those canola and wheat farmers have picked that up, and so we're going to kind of look at a little bit of important information on how to store these crops and try to keep the grain from clumping and preventing spoilage and all that. But the equilibrium moisture does represent, that's the point where there's no exchange of water vapor between the seed and the surrounding air, and establishes the grain's specific limits of drying and storing. Okay, so this occurs after sufficient exposure of time in the field or in a bin dryers with little or no heat added. So when we look at the temperature outside and the relative humidity, we got to figure out what how dry that grain needs to be to get to that equilibrium point. And so for the soft red winter wheat, which is what we grow here in Kentucky, that number is 12.5%. We can consider that dried down and safe storage. So for canola, there's a few different ranges because of the oil content. So let's say we have a 40% oil content in canola. The seed needs to be in 8.2% moisture, okay, to have safe storage of that crop. And as the oil content rises in canola, if we go to 50% oil, it does need to be stored at a lower moisture, and that drops down to 6.5% moisture. It's a pretty dry grain there. So we have to know some factors. These bins are big. quickly. So there's a lot at stake, and bin management is very important as we start our crops. And that's your County Agent's Corner on this Monday. God bless you.
There you go. Tyler Miller in this morning's Lincoln County Extension Office, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tyler, here we go. Fact number 1. The world record for bench press in 1916 was 364 pounds. It is now, Tyler, almost 90 years later, 110 years later, quadruple that. A guy named Jimmy Cole bench pressed 1,401 pounds in 2023.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, now the raw record, and raw means no help of a bench shirt, is 783 pounds. That was set in 2021 by Julius Maddox.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Muscles on muscles, Tyler.
I reckon.
Number 2, in Europe, Cool Ranch Doritos are called Cool American Doritos.
Ooh.
I wish of all the flavors they wouldn't lasso the name American on a Cool Ranch, because to me that's the most despicable and disgusting of all the Dorito flavors is Cool Ranch. I used to like them when I was a kid. I can't. They're nasty to me now. What do you think about Cool Ranch Doritos, Tyler?
I usually go with something else if I had the opportunity.
Yes, I would be like, if it's the only chip there, okay, but there are a host of other chips that I would pick over a Cool Ranch. I can't. The flavor is too much for me.
Yeah, it overpowers. It's too strong.
Number 3, the tongue twister, She Sells Seashells by the Seashore, was inspired by a female paleontologist named Mary Anning, who sold fossils out of a little stand on Dorset Beach in England in the early 1800s. So that tongue twister is actually based on a real person.
Cool.
Yeah. And number 4, Tyler, the harmonica player on Thin Lizzy's 1978 album, Live and Dangerous, was a man named Huey Lewis. He was credited as Bluesy Huey Lewis. You can hear him on this song, Baby Drives Me Crazy. Of course, Huey Lewis would go on to be the front man of Huey Lewis and the News, but he started off as a harmonica player on Thin Lizzy's 1978 album, and this is the song he's on. Tyler, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All right.
All right, Tyler. Bye. Tyler Miller and the Lincoln County Extension Office. It's 7:44 in the morning. Yes, we are. The Mercer County Fair and Horse Show jumps into a full week of excitement and entertainment. Gate price is $8 with kids 6 and under free. Ride wristbands are $15 for all ages. Carnival opens up at 6, but before that, at 5 o'clock, it's the Mr. and Mrs. pageant in the center ring. At 7, it's the Dirt Drag in the Motorsports Arena. And at 7:30, it's Miss Teen and Miss Mercer pageant at the center ring. It's Family Wealth Group Night tonight at the Mercer County Fair and Horse Show. You gotta go.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the basketball tournament, former Kentucky players are in the third round, barely, while ex-Louisville players are finished after the second round. La Familia's defense forced 2 turnovers that led to a pair of Archie Goodwin layups back-to-back when the score was tied at 76 all, with the Elam ending point at 79. Final score, La Familia 80, War Ready 76. War Ready, made up of former Auburn players, had missed a couple of 3-pointers, either of which would have given them the shocking win. Ex-Tiger guard Wendell Green had a heck of a game. He began his college career at Eastern Kentucky University. The Familia opened up Friday night with a 105-52 win over Stroh's squad, while War Ready got by X-rated 61-55. The Familia will have its hands full tomorrow night when they host Eberline Drive in historic Memorial Coliseum at 6 o'clock in Lexington. At Freedom Hall in Louisville, Card fans went away thoroughly disappointed after watching the Ville get beat by Sideline Cancer 73-63. The ex-U of L-dominated squad found themselves down by 22 at the half. They trailed by as many as 25 before Montrezl Harrell and David Johnson led the Ville to within 5 at 63-58, but the Elam ending point was set at 73 by then. The best golfer in the world right now is Scottie Scheffler, period. Part of the reason is that he's just that good. The other part is how he says he lives, with faith first, family second, then golf third. Scheffler finished with a score of 17 under to win first prize of $3.1 million in the Claret Jug. In the Open, Americans were second and third, Harris English second, and last week's Open winner at Scotland, Chris Gotterup third. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 34th to win $97,500. In the other PGA event, which was held stateside in California, it's the only event that uses a Stableford scoring system. Ryan Garrard won the Barracuda with 47 points. Lexington native Vince Whaley tied for 23rd. To no one's surprise, the SEC football media picked Kentucky to finish 15th out of 16 this fall in conference play. Just one Wildcat was selected to the All-SEC team, punter Aiden Loran. Eastern Kentucky University has been picked to finish third this season in the United Athletic Conference by the league's coaches. 6 EKU players were also chosen to the UAC's preseason all-conference squad. In baseball Sunday, the Mets scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the eighth to edge the Reds 3-2. Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in New York. Tonight, the Reds are at Washington. Cincinnati is in third place in the National League Central and tied for fourth in the wild card standings, 2.5 games behind San Diego. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho.
It's Christmas in July at B&L Jewelers, and the savings are hotter than ever. From July 14th through July 26th, the entire store is up to 75% off. Diamonds, gold, silver, and gifts that sparkle. And the best part, we're offering free layaway through Christmas, so you can shop now, pay later, and relax this holiday season. Don't miss these merry markdowns only at B&L Jewelers, where Christmas comes early. Danville Manor Shopping Center.
One of the most trusted names in jewelry is B&L Jewelers. For years, we've been helping you and your neighbors say, I love you, happy anniversary, even here's something just because. At B&L Jewelers, you could trust us for everything from an elegant engagement diamond to that watch repair. Want custom jewelry and design? Trust us. Want repairs? Trust us. Want prices that compete with the chain stores? But with local hometown service, you can always trust B&L Jewelers. Located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's coming your way, courtesy of the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. at the Big Deals online store. Partly sunny, 88 degrees is your high. A low tonight of 68, sunshine and 89 tomorrow, sunshine 93 on Wednesday. Right now it's 7:50 in the morning, 72 degrees here in Danville. And so glad to have you on the show. 859-238-9447 to call in as we see what's going on out west with our weirdo friends in Hollywood. Those people so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. Whenever something doesn't go their way, they'll blame the president. They're disassociated again with reality. They're so rich and famous. Let's see what's going on. Starting off with Stephen Colbert. I mean, great example. Something doesn't go your way, blame the president. Stephen Colbert's firing by CBS caused a lot of outrage in the showbiz community. His fellow late-night hosts, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, John Oliver, Seth Meyers, have all expressed their disappointment. But Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy has a different take, and he's got a point. Finally, somebody's saying, wait a minute, just look at the numbers. He says, quote, Colbert makes $16 million a year. The Late Show with Colbert loses $40 to $50 million a year. They have a staff of 200 people. Late night ratings are down across the board. Buddy, you're losing $40 million a year. And you have the arrogance to hammer your own company? What did you think was going to happen? Of course they'd fire you. I'd fire you in a heartbeat. Last Monday, during his monologue, Colbert called Paramount's $16 million settlement with President Trump a, quote, big fat bribe, adding that he was offended and he had lost trust in his company. Hey, Pee Wee Herman's bike made its way to the Alamo. For real this time. The original red bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure was acquired by the Alamo in celebration of the movie's 40th anniversary. It'll be permanently displayed in the Future Visitor Center and Museum, which opens in fall of 2027. But for fans who don't want to wait that long, there will be a limited time showing of it at the Ralston Family Collection Center, which is also in San Antonio later this year. They'll also be hosting a free movie screening, but details will be announced at a later time. The official Alamo Instagram account says, quote, until then, don't worry, the bike will be stored for safekeeping, maybe in the basement. And a stampede broke out in Atlanta last week at a train station as fans were leaving a Beyonce concert, leaving 11 people injured, with 7 of those being transported to a hospital. And it was all because someone saw a bug. A public transportation official says, quote, a person began screaming and running, causing a stampede in the escalator that caused it to be temporarily sped up and then stopped suddenly. Most people suffered minor injuries. One person apparently broke their ankle. The type of bug has not been identified that caused the freakout. A bug caused a stampede after a Beyonce concert that left 11 people injured. Pee Wee Herman's bike will be displayed at the Alamo, and Dave Portnoy from Barstool says, wait a minute, Stephen Colbert, you got fired because you're losing $40 million a year. Come on, do the math. The math is mathing. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood, the showbiz segment. Milton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for a sandwich for lunch. A little bit later on this afternoon, we're going to go with the Big Mama Sub. It's number 5 on the Milton's Deli menu. Smoked Twinkie, deli baked ham, Swiss and American cheese, crisp bacon, red onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. Served on a 6-inch sub sandwich bun. Number 5 on the Milton's Deli menu, it's the Big Mama Sub, 247 East Main, 995 Ben Ally Drive. Tell them you heard them on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports, and that you want to try out the Big Mama Sub at Milton's Deli in Danville. It is 7:54 in the morning, 73 degrees. Back after this on the Joe Show. Well, I believe our computer just locked up. Let me try this out again.
Hi,
There we
I'm
go.
Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
Serving Boyle County seniors, a gathering place.
Our Meals on Wheels program is designed for seniors 60 and up in Boyle County who struggle with food insecurity. If you think you may be eligible, call us at 859-236-2070, thegatheringplace.org, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more info.
Serving Boyle County seniors, a gathering place.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
7:56 in the morning. Announcers for the British Open Golf Tournament, which Scotty Scheffler won over the weekend by a handful of strokes. But they made news. The announcers did. And usually the announcers at golf tournaments are not known for much more than not a lot of excitement going on in their announcing, right? I mean, they're cool, calm, and collected as they announce the next hole. This for birdie. But they were attacked by a bat during the broadcast at one point, and that was an interesting thing to hear. A bat attacking the golf announcers.
Tired of boring old golf?
Ugh, I sure am. My husband always watches it, and it's a real snooze fest.
Well, we've added something to it that's sure to get the blood pumping. Bats! That's right, get ready for bat golf. We've let bats loose on the play-by-play announcers.
Whoa! Look at those guys freak out.
We've let bats loose on the golfers.
That guy's trying to hit the bat with a 6-iron, but it's too fast for him.
Nothing's more exciting than bat golf.
Golf used to be so boring to watch, but thanks to the live bats attacking everybody, bat golf is amazing. Whoa! That bat just bit the guy's caddy in the face. I love bat golf.
It's bat golf. Check your local listings.
Yeah, check them out. All right, top 10 things that happened this week 10 years ago. We've been getting these countdowns in the last month or so. I like these. The tropicalfruit.com does these countdowns where they round up the top 10 things that happened 10 years ago this week and what was making the news a decade ago. It's going to be a top 10 countdown. Going to have to be quick, though. See if we can get this going.
Top 10 countdown.
All right, top 10 countdown. Top 10 things that happened this week 10 years ago.
Number 10.
Number 10, fart-blocking jeans made their debut. The company Shreddies was already selling fart-blocking underwear. They also now sell fart-proof sheets, chair cushions, and fanny packs.
Number 9.
Number 9, Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj had beef, then they didn't. Nicki complained when her Anaconda video didn't get a VMA nod for Video of the Year, suggesting you had to be a skinny white woman to get nominated. Taylor took offense, but then they swapped compliments and ended up performing together at the show. And number 9 on our top 10 countdown.
Number 8.
Space Jam 2 rumors were circulating. A report linked LeBron James to the project. Eventually came out in 2021. It grossed $164 million, but it cost $150 million to make.
Number 7.
Number 7, a guy went viral for eating Chipotle 100 days in a row, but then it turned out a different guy was already past that. He was on day 153. Of his own Chipotle binge.
Number 6.
Number 6, Corey Feldman's band bombed at a minor league baseball game. It was so bad the GM of the State College Spikes issued a public apology, calling it, quote, not the type of entertainment we stand for or stand by. That's number 6.
Number 5.
And number 5, the WWE fired Hulk Hogan because he used a racial slur. He was suing Gawker for posting a sex tape when the transcript from a separate video leaked. That's the top 5. We'll have to go inside the top 5 coming up at the 8 o'clock in the morning hour because it's 8 o'clock and Top Hour News is coming your way right now. We'll continue this conversation here in about 20 minutes on The Joe Show. It's 8 a.m.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Jeffrey Epstein's former attorney says there's probably not much to be found about his late client's dealings with the rich and powerful in grand jury transcripts the White House wants unsealed. Alan Dershowitz told Fox News Sunday that the information people want to see is more likely in records that have been sealed by federal judges in New York.
The information that hasn't been requested is going to be far more informative and far more relevant than the grand jury information.
Epstein died in jail in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. He was accused of sexually abusing young girls, and rumors have been swirling nonstop about who else was involved in his crimes. President Trump, who was a friend of Epstein, last week ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to get the grand jury testimony unsealed after an uproar from some of his biggest supporters when Bondi said there was no so-called client list to release. Dershowitz says he thinks former Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell knows everything about everyone involved. She's serving 20 years for Epstein-related crimes, and Dershowitz said she'd likely be willing to spill the tea if she were granted immunity. Alaska Airlines is resuming operations after requesting a ground stop late yesterday for all flights over what it called an IT outage. This passenger is among the many impacted.
They were like, oh, there's going to be a flight delay. We're checking out. There's like something wrong. And we were about on the plane for like 2 hours. Everyone was really nice about it, but it was like 2 hours. And then they said, hey, it's just not going to happen tonight.
The ground stop affected more than 200 planes. Regional subsidiary Horizon Air requested a ground stop as well. Now that has also been lifted. Scotty Scheffler continues to add to his resume after winning the Open Championship at the Royal Portrush Golf Club in Northern Ireland. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
With KSR, and summertime is finally here. So whether you ride, pedal, walk, or drive, Kentuckians are reminded to follow the rules of the road as traffic increases across the state. Buckle up, put your phone down, obey the speed limit, and always travel sober. If riding a bike or motorcycle, wear a helmet. If you're walking, stay visible. Let's work together for the safety of everyone using our roadways. Be safe, Kentucky. It's brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Office of Highway Safety.
You work hard to provide a better life for your family. The only problem is that you now have a tax bill that you can't afford to pay. The IRS is now threatening to garnish your wages and put a levy on your bank account. You can't ignore the IRS. They won't go away on their own. You need help, and you need it now. Call the Tax Pros at United Tax Fix today. Call 800-762-2768. That's 800-762-2768.
New York is agreeing to a nearly $500,000 settlement with a woman who accused former Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment. Kristen Marks reports.
Former executive assistant Brittany Camiso filed the lawsuit in 2023, accusing Cuomo of groping her and subjecting her to continuous sexual harassment. The state will now pay $450,000 to Camiso. Her lawyers call the settlement complete vindication of her allegations, while Cuomo's lawyers slam it because it does not include any admission of liability. Cuomo, who's now running for New York City mayor, resigned as governor in 2021 as he faced sexual misconduct allegations from a slew of women.
A new report by World Atlas names Wendy's as the country's unhealthiest fast food chain. Rob Martier with more.
The triple Baconator meal clocks in at just over 2,100 calories.
Give me one hunk if you want a Baconator. Let me get that beef for 6 strips of bacon. Oh, there it is. When I say bacon, you say Ader.
The triple Baconator contains 54 grams of saturated fat, as well as 3,400 milligrams of sodium. This one meal alone exceeds most daily nutritional limits. The report reviewed nutrition data, menu gimmicks, and marketing tactics at major fast food chains. I'm Rob Martier.
More people are leaving California than moving in. More from Dina Kodiak.
U-Haul reports California is the lowest ranked state for growth for the 5th consecutive year.
If they don't need to be here anymore for jobs, then they choose to leave based on cost of housing, taxes, all the other factors that go into our very high cost of living here.
That's realtor Lindsay Gridley, and this resident explains why people move.
It's just to find better opportunities for them and their families.
Over 51% of U-Haul's one-way trips were people moving out, while just about 49% were moving in.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Free trial is 7 days. If customer does not cancel prior to the end of a trial period, fees will apply.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Open Phone. Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Open Phone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man O' War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men of the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
The Bread of Life Cafe in Casey County, Highway 127, proudly serves several all-you-can-eat buffets. Start out with the lunch buffet, $13.99. Thursday, after 4, seniors 55 and older can experience the buffet for $9.99. Friday after 4, swimming for the seafood buffet, $19.99. Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30, $10.99. And Saturday after 4, make your way to the evening buffet for $14.99. Feed your tummy and your soul with a visit to the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday night, Friday and Saturday till 9.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's coming your way, courtesy of Dexter and WHIR Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6686. Partly sunny, 88 is your high, 68 is your low. Tomorrow, sunshine and 90. Wednesday, sunny and 93. Thursday, sunny and 93. Hey, if you live near the airport Road, and you heard emergency sirens going off, that was just a test. Emergency management was in the area. Well, they're in the area right now, I assume, but around 8 o'clock, so about 10 minutes ago, they planned on testing the emergency siren there on Airport Road. Again, just a test, no emergency, don't panic, don't freak out. And if you're hearing this and you live on Airport Road and you know your neighbors maybe aren't hearing this or don't know it's just a test, let them know. That was just a test, testing those sirens there on Airport Road. Ruby Klein-Eden joins us, a runner's mom, and more. Good morning, Ruby. How are you?
Good morning. I'm telling you, this weather is about to do me in. If you are not an up and early person, you're going to cook. You're just going to cook. You may as well baste yourself and go outside. You're going to cook.
Yes. Going to be nasty with the heat index numbers and temperatures into the low to mid-90s in the middle of the week. So as Ruby said, get out there early. Take your radios with you. You can listen to the show while you're out getting your early morning walk or run in. That's the plan.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, this past weekend, even with the mugginess, even with the hot temps, and it was still hot, on Friday night, I was at the Survive the Night. I helped set up. I helped do a little bit of packet pickup. I got a shout-out from Dr. Fedek, which was pretty awesome for my part as far as helping to promote and to work and to continue with Survive the Night. I'm going to give high praises to my team. It was Ruby's Rockets, and we actually came in, I believe, 5th or 6th in the co-ed division. So nice. We all did a marathon relay. It was a lot of fun. We got wet a couple of times, and that's okay. We survived that, and we had the best time ever.
Nice. Love it. Good stuff. What else is going on, Ruby?
Yesterday we had the inaugural Bagel Boogie, and let me tell you, you talk about some good bagels. You're down in the Berea area, go to the bagel shop because they've got all kinds. And apparently we're going to have to do a different venue next year because we ended up with 196 who showed up to run 2 miles just to get a bagel. So that's how good the bagels are. Coming up Friday night, I will be in Richmond at Whitehall for the Moonlit Mile. Leanne is actually going to do some pre-stretch and yoga prior to it. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. Saturday morning, I will be Coldstream for Run, Walk, and Blue 5K. So I'm looking forward to being with them again. August, I am beyond booked. I have Cupcake Classic on the 1st. I've got Kickin' Butt in Louisville on the 2nd. On the 8th, Blazing Blue Double. That's the evening race over at Richmond again, Whitehall. And then I will be doing a morning race, competing in a morning race in Paris on Saturday morning the 9th. And then I'll be going to Midsummer Night Run on Saturday evening. The 10th, I'll be in Louisville doing the Summer Sizzler. We have Back to Track 5K on the 15th. This is in Versailles. It's a new one. I can't wait to help them out. And then one of my favorites is Deep Gate on the 16th. We have Triple Crown Trot. And then, of course, I'll be leaving for Indiana for the Midlands Running Festival at the end of the month. Now, also in August, for those of you listening, if you're interested in doing some kind of an ultra, talking 50K, 100K, or if you would rather just do a 10-miler, 20-miler, 50, or 100-miler, the Pistol Ultra run sign-up opens up on August 1st. I will have a discount code for everybody who wants to try to come. It's a great time. It's a big party. We have partnered with the Knoxville Track Club. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of them and getting involved with their stuff. So there's all kinds of things coming up and all kinds of things that you can do. All you have to do is just get up, get out, and get active.
Love it. Ruby Klein-Eaton, the runner's mom, and more. Ruby, appreciate you being on. If people have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
Give me a call or a text at 859-583-7852. I'm going to be posting a bunch of stuff on social media this week regarding a lot of run codes for fall races and into next spring. So stay tuned because I have got all kinds of stuff I'm working on.
We love it. Ruby, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
There you go. Ruby Klein-Eaton giving us an update Monday mornings at 8:10 right here on The Joe Show. Hey, in the Sort of Sports Report, it was a drama-free Sunday as Scotty Scheffler had a 68 to wrap up the Open Championship. Scheffler finished the tournament at 17 under. 4 strokes ahead of second place Harris English in a contest that was never in doubt. Scheffler's now the 4th player ever to score 68 or better in all 4 rounds. This was Scheffler's 2nd major win of 2025 and the 3rd leg of a career Grand Slam.
And Scotty Scheffler has his Open Championship and the 3rd leg of golf's Grand Slam.
There you go. In NFL news, on Friday afternoon, attorney Tony Busby announced on X there had been a settlement in the lawsuit between Jane Doe and Shannon Sharp. Doe sued accused Sharp of rape, sought $50 million for pain and suffering, psychological and emotional stress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Sharp had previously denied the allegations, and his lawyers referred to the suit as a shakedown. Busby now says the matter's closed, and the suit has been addressed satisfactorily, and no details on what the settlement entails will be released. In major sports memorabilia news, sources say a big investigation into a huge sports memorabilia fraud scheme is currently underway. Late last week, police in Westfield, Indiana, executed 2 raids and managed to confiscate 2 semi-truck trailers purported to be filled with contraband. There was also 1 dead body at the scene, reportedly from a self-inflicted gunshot. That body's been identified as Brett Lemieux, who'd recently published an admission on Facebook that he'd forged millions of athletes' autographs and holograms under a company name of Mr. Man Cave. Lemieux also claimed that Mr. Man Cave had dealt away millions of autographs and had done business in excess of $350 million. And in the WNBA, the All-Star Game happened over the weekend. Team Collier beat Team Clark 151-131.
And now, that will do it. Team Collier with a dominant win over Team Clark, 151-131, the final.
During that game, or I guess before the game, some of the players wore shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us," and Kelsey Plum, WNBA player, talks about those T-shirts that were worn to warm up and calls out Team Caitlin Clark for not being involved in the decision to wear those shirts.
You know, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just, we had a very...
that really needed to be mentioned.
In WNBA news, Sabrina Ionesco won her 2nd consecutive 3-point contest after scoring 30 points on her way to that win.
Ionescu putting up a monster performance. Oh my! Sabrina Ionescu, just ridiculous again. From the wing, starting to slow a bit. How about the money ball? She got it at 28 already. Ionescu, this is absurd. She is the master of this contest. Slows down a little in the corner, but a 30 spot for Sabrina Ionescu.
And after his UFC 318 loss, Dustin Poirier gave his retirement speech in the Octagon.
It's grateful, man, that I got to live this life and go on this journey.
such a great experience. Man, I want to thank Dana, the UFC, for giving a kid a platform to make something of his life and use this as a vehicle to get my family into a safe place. I'm forever in debt to the fans, the company, Mixed Martial Arts.
There you go. That's what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report. The Big Daddy's got more sports coming up next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the basketball tournament, former Kentucky players are in the third round, barely, while ex-Louisville players are finished after the second round. La Familia's defense forced 2 turnovers that led to a pair of Archie Goodwin layups back-to-back when the score was tied at 76-all, with the Elam ending point at 79. Final score, La Familia 80, War Ready 76. War Ready, made up of former Auburn players, had missed a couple of three-pointers, either of which would have given them the shocking win. Ex-Tiger guard Wendell Green had a heck of a game. He began his college career at Eastern Kentucky University. La Familia opened up Friday night with a 105-52 win over Stroh's squad, while War Ready got by X-rated 61-55. La Familia will have its hands full tomorrow night when they host Eberline Drive in historic Memorial Coliseum at 6 o'clock in Lexington. At Freedom Hall in Louisville, Card fans went away thoroughly disappointed after watching the Ville get beat by sideline cancer 73-63. The ex-U of L dominated squad found themselves down by 22 at the half. They trailed by as many as 25 before Montrezl Harrell and David Johnson led the Ville to within 5 at 63-58. But the Elam ending point was set at 73 by then. The best golfer in the world right now is Scotty Scheffler, period. Part of the reason is that he's just that good. The other part is how he says he lives, with faith first, family second, then golf third. Scheffler finished with a score of 17 under to win first prize of $3.1 million in the Claret Jug in the Open. Americans were second and third, Harris English second, and last week's Open winner at Scotland, Chris Gotterup third. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 34th to win $97,500. In the other PGA event, which was held stateside in California, it's the only event that uses a Stableford scoring system. Ryan Garrard won the Barracuda with 47 points. Lexington native Vince Whaley tied for 23rd. To no one's surprise, the SEC football media picked Kentucky to finish 15th out of 16 this fall in conference play. Just one Wildcat was selected to the All-SEC team, punter Aiden Loran. Eastern Kentucky University has been picked to finish third this season in the United Athletic Conference by the league's coaches. 6 EKU players were also chosen to the UAC's preseason all-conference squad. In baseball Sunday, the Mets scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 8th to edge the Reds 3-2. Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in New York. Tonight, the Reds are at Washington. Cincinnati is in third place in the National League Central and tied for 4th in the wild card standings, 2.5 games behind San Diego. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
If you run a business, this year has certainly been a challenge. Hi, this is Don, your small business marketing expert. If you'd like to grow your business, you should consider radio. With radio, you can target your business to thousands of customers each week. That's right, radio can help you reach new customers and generate more business even on your slowest days. Are you looking to build store traffic? Are you trying to reach new customers? Do you want to reconnect with past customers? Radio can help you drive new traffic to your business 7 days a week. And did you know Radio reaches shoppers within 30 minutes of their major purchase of the day? Radio can help you get more customers and increase sales. You say you don't have a big budget? No problem. Radio is affordable. In fact, compared to other media, radio gives you more bang for your buck. So how do you get started? It's easy. Just give us a call today and start growing your business with radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
In Kentucky, we know the unexpected can strike at any moment, whether it's a tornado, flood, or severe storm. Being prepared could save lives. That's why it's vital to have an emergency plan. Know where your local shelter is. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like water, food, and medicine, and make sure your family has a communication plan in place. Boyle County, we're stronger when we are prepared. For more information on how to get ready, visit Boyle County Health Department's Division of Emergency Preparedness online at boylehealth.com. Stay safe, stay ready. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Boyle County Health Department.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop. 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair at Danville Auto Body Shop. Rain showers and thunderstorms are hanging out with us today. A high of 88, a low tonight of 68. Sunshine and 90 tomorrow. Sunshine and 93 Wednesday. Sunshine and 93 on Thursday. It's 8:26 in the morning. It is 73 degrees, Monday, the 21st day of the month of July. Now, we're glad to have you on the show. 859-238 WHIR. We were talking about the top 10 countdown there before we hit 8 o'clock news. 10 things that happened 10 years ago this week. And we made it 10 through 5. And so let's finish the conversation. Top 10 things that happened 10 years ago this week, starting off with what's going to be number 4. Here we go. Let's try this again. Top 10 countdown. Let's give you a recap, by the way, of what 10 through 5 look like. Number 10, again, this list was rounded up by thetropicalfruit.com. 10 things that happened 10 years ago this week. So you can kind of understand how fast time flies. Number 10 was fart-blocking blue jeans were made. Number 9, Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj said they had beef, or there was beef, and then there wasn't. Number 8, rumors of a second Space Jam movie began circulating. That would come out in 2021. Number 7, a guy went viral for eating Chipotle for 100 days in a row. Number 6, Corey Feldman's band bombed at a minor league baseball game. They were atrocious. And number 5, the WWE fired Hulk Hogan for using a racial slur. And now we get to the top 4, I guess. We're inside the top 5 already. Things that happened 10 years ago this week. Number 4, Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert got divorced 10 years ago this week. She remarried in 2019. He remarried Gwen Stefani 2 years later in 2021. Number 3, Bobby Christina passed away at the age of 22. Eerily similar to how her mom, Whitney Houston, died. She was in a coma for 6 months after she was found unconscious in a bathtub. Her mom, Whitney Houston, died again similarly in 2012. Bobby Christina, the daughter, died this week 10 years ago. Number 2, Justin Bieber was dating Stephen Baldwin's daughter. Her name, Haley. She would later become Hailey Bieber, an up-and-coming model most people had never heard of. He got married 3 years later in 2018. But the number 1 news headline that came out this week 10 years ago focused around restaurant news.
Number 1.
McDonald's announced to the country they would begin testing an all-day breakfast menu. Now, this was a huge hit when this launched nationwide that October of 2015. But it was a strain on business to be able to, keep breakfast items available all day long. Then the pandemic happened in 2020, and they used that as an excuse to kill off the all-day breakfast. But the number 1 headline from this week 10 years ago, McDonald's began selling and testing an all-day breakfast menu. TheTropicalFruit.com, a top 10 headline list for you that happened this week 10 years ago. All right, 8:30 in the morning is 30 seconds away, and we got it coming your way next right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 73 degrees, folks.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Be aware, Kentuckians, we're watching over possible floods and heat advisories across the Commonwealth. The National Weather Service Louisville branch has a flood watch active through Monday evening from central throughout the eastern part of the state, with more storms on the way today. Meantime, the Paducah location of the NWS calls for a heat advisory starting Monday morning at 11 o'clock and running until Wednesday evening. They're calling for heat index values to reach 105 in the western part of the state from Owensboro and Hopkinsville and points west. Keep it here to this station for more weather updates, and stay safe out there. Meantime, a man dies after entering an abandoned mine in eastern Kentucky.
A death investigation is underway in Breathitt County. 45-year-old John Mullins and his cousin were reportedly searching for ginseng and yellow root inside Old Mine Number 2 off Mineshaft Road on Thursday night when Mullins went deeper into the mine and evidently collapsed. He never made it back out. He was pronounced dead at the scene. His body has been sent to Frankfort for autopsy. I'm Travis Laird.
More than a dozen people face charges after chaos erupts during a protest on the Roebling Bridge in northern Kentucky. On Thursday night, protesters on the Covington side of the bridge were met by police as they protested the recent ICE detainment of former Cincinnati Children's chaplain Eamon Solomon. In total, Covington police arrested at least 13 people on a variety of charges, including first-degree riot, unlawful assembly, and criminal mischief. 2 journalists from the Cincinnati City Bee publication were also arrested. The annual Day of Caring initiative returning to southern Kentucky. That event scheduled for this Wednesday throughout multiple counties, including Warren, Allen, and Simpson counties. United Way officials say several nonprofits and similar groups will participate in a regional effort to uplift their communities. Over 65 projects are expected to be launched, including supply drives, cleanup efforts, light home repairs, and more. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man o' War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men on the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis. Yes, we are. The Mercer County Fair and Horse Show jumps into a full week of excitement and entertainment. Gate price is $8 with kids 6 and under free. Ride wristbands are $15 for all ages. Carnival opens up at 6, but before that, at 5 o'clock, it's the Mr. and Mrs. pageant in the center ring. At 7, it's the Dirt Drag in the Motorsports Arena. And at 7:30, it's Miss Teen and Miss Mercer pageant at the center ring. It's Family Wealth Group Night tonight at the Mercer County Fair and Horse Show. You gotta go.
Discover the power of radio. If you're a business owner, did you know that radio advertising pays off over a long period of time? The advertising you do today is selling customers who may make their buying decisions weeks or even months from now. By consistently advertising, you get a long-term advantage over your competitors. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Be cautious of repair people who stop by unexpectedly. If they demand cash before they perform services like roofing or painting, it could be a scam. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Ask for references and don't be pressured to pay before the work is done.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay there, Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices there at the Little Sign Shop. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. 859-238-7391. Hey, you get cloudy skies and rain shower chances today. Partly sunny as well, mixing in. High of 88, low tonight of 68. Tomorrow, sunshine and high of 90. Wednesday, sunshine and 93. Thursday, sunshine and 93. Right now, it's 74 degrees. Monday, the 21st day of July. Pimmy, what's going on with your wedding planning with Pim?
Hi, I'm Pim Pfister-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Before any wedding plans can be made, a single vendor hired, or location booked, you have to set the date. While determining the general time of year may not be so difficult, there are issues you need to keep in mind when planning your date. A holiday weekend does mean that people have an extra day to get to the wedding, but what will travel be like? Religious holidays may mean your guests can't eat certain things at the reception, and standard commercial holidays may mean elevated prices and lack of availability. Avoid a sibling's birthday or graduation time. Consider pregnant friends or relatives' due dates. June, August, and September are the big wedding months. Availability may be limited, and your guests may have other weddings to attend. August may be too hot for an outdoor wedding, especially for your older relatives. Choose an off-season month, such as January through April, when availability will be increased. Avoid the time of year that has your town hopping. Tourist season, conference season, or any special event that's going to be in town will book up all hotels and raise prices. Consider a Friday night wedding. This choice is much less expensive than the Saturday wedding, and you'll save further on honeymoon airline travel by being able to travel on a Saturday. My love note for today: careful consideration avoids disappointment.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
So you want to be a recycling hero in Danville with curbside pickup or impress the fine folks at Boyle County Recycling Center? Pay attention, because it's a little more than just breathing air and tossing your stuff in the bin. Only plastics marked with numbers 1 and 2 make the cut. Got it? Great. And don't just toss in goo-covered spaghetti jars or soda cans. Rinse those bad boys. Gotta be squeaky clean, shiny happy, bone dry. Bonus tip, this also applies to your metal cans, whether they're steel, tin, or aluminum. Seriously, don't mix in that oil-stained tin foil hat. Got a hoarding problem with cardboard, catalogs, and magazines that rival a library? Set them free to reincarnate. Cereal boxes, office paper, they're all up for this new spiritual paper journey. And listen up, confetti enthusiasts, bag that shredded paper. Sorry, folks. Glass is not welcome to the recyclables party, but hey, give yourself a high five for recycling right.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
8:41 in the morning. The song stuck in my head, so I figured I'd play it as my bump music coming back here. Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always just eat it right here in the Joe Show, keeping you abreast on the recent food headlines that are making news for you as we begin this Monday morning. And I just realized that I forgot to load the music up with it. I was so concerned with getting Don't Let Me Down queued up because it was stuck in my head that I forgot to load up our music for Grub Gab, the world of food. So let me do that right now, and here we go. We'll see what's going on in the world of food, again, where you can always just eat it. Here we go. Hey, Taco Bell announced a limited market test of a new Lux value menu in Indiana, featuring new items like a mini taco salad, Chipotle Ranch chicken stacker, salted caramel churros, and more, all priced at $3 or less. They started selling those on Thursday, again, just in Indiana, but hopefully it goes well enough to where they'll expand this nationwide. The Chipotle Ranch chicken stacker is grilled chicken, avocado ranch sauce, chipotle sauce, 3-cheese blend, lettuce maters all folded in a stacker. The beefy potato loaded griller. Sounds like something I would love. Seasoned beef, tater bites, nacho cheese sauce, chipotle sauce, and sour cream. A mini taco salad, seasoned beef, chipotle sauce, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and refried beans in a tortilla bowl. Chips and nacho supreme dip, seasoned beef, beans, nacho cheese sauce, reduced fat sour cream, and pico. And 3-cheese blends served with tortilla chips. And the salted caramel churros, which are pretty self-explanatory. This new Lux value menu available at select locations in the Indianapolis area. Wendy's is serving up real value this summer with $1 breakfast biscuit sandwiches. To take advantage of the offer, simply visit your nearest Wendy's during breakfast hours. The breakfast biscuits available as a part of this deal: the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit, the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Just be aware that prices may vary, and there's a limit of 5 $1 breakfast sandwiches per transaction per person per day. And Popeyes is celebrating the arrival of its newest menu items by offering the new Build Your Own Bundle, as well as a new summer bundle at participating locations. Meant for groups or individuals with big appetites, the Build Your Own Bundle is a mix-and-match option that comes with your choice of 3 proteins, including the new chicken dippers, and 2 sides, all for a suggested price of $20. Meanwhile, the summer bundle includes an order of chicken dippers with your choice of sauce, 1 chicken wrap, and your choice of a premium lemonade for $11. Available exclusively through the app or website. Popeyes offers a new build-your-own bundle and summer bundle for a limited time. Wendy's introduces a new $1 breakfast biscuit. And Taco Bell testing a luxe value menu. Grub Cab, where you can always just eat it. All right, 45 in the morning, we're going to see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. It's coming up next.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the basketball tournament, former Kentucky players are in the third round, barely, while ex-Louisville players are finished after the second round. La Familia's defense forced 2 turnovers that led to a pair of Archie Goodwin layups back-to-back when the score was tied at 76-all, with the Elam ending point at 79. Final score, La Familia 80, War Ready 76. War Ready, made up of former Auburn players, had missed a couple of three-pointers, either of which would have given them the shocking win. Ex-Tiger guard Wendell Green had a heck of a game. He began his college career at Eastern Kentucky University. The Familia opened up Friday night with a 105-52 win over Stroh's squad, while War Ready got by X-rated 61-55. La Familia will have its hands full tomorrow night when they host Eberline Drive in historic Memorial Coliseum at 6 o'clock in Lexington. At Freedom Hall in Louisville, Card fans went away thoroughly disappointed after watching the Ville get beat by Sideline Cancer 73-63. The ex-U of L dominated squad found themselves down by 22 at the half. They trailed by as many as 25 before Montrezl Harrell and David Johnson led the Ville to within 5 at 63-58, but the Elam ending point was set at 73 by then. The best golfer in the world right now is Scotty Scheffler, period. Part of the reason is that he's just that good. The other part is how he says he lives, with faith first, family second, then golf third. Scheffler finished with a score of 17 under to win first prize of $3.1 million in the Claret Jug in the Open. Americans were second and third, Harris English second, and last week's Open winner at Scotland, Chris Gotterup third. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 34th to win $97,500. In the other PGA event, which was held stateside in California, it's the only event that uses a Stableford scoring system. Ryan Garrard won the Barracuda with 47 points. Lexington native Vince Whaley tied for 23rd. To no one's surprise, the SEC football media picked Kentucky to finish 15th out of 16 this fall in conference play. Just one Wildcat was selected to the All-SEC team, punter Aiden Loran. Eastern Kentucky University has been picked to finish third this season in the United Athletic Conference by the league's coaches. 6 EKU players were also chosen to the UAC's preseason all-conference squad. In baseball Sunday, the Mets scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 8th to edge the Reds 3-2. Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in New York. Tonight, the Reds are at Washington. Cincinnati is in third place in the National League Central and tied for fourth in the wild card standings, 2.5 games behind San Diego. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer.
Big Deal Store's rolling out those summer savings for you. You can purchase a $50 gift certificate from B&O Jewelers for just $29. Or, get this, 4 $50 gift certificates, a $200 value for just $100. That means you only pay half price. Stay in style with a visit to Anderson's Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Get a $50 gift certificate for only $35. $10 gift certificates to the Bread of Life in Liberty are just $7. Give that Sweet Tooth what it wants at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. $10 gift certificates are half price is $5. Applebee's Grill and Bar in Danville. Get a $10 gift certificate for just $7.50. $22 Pioneer Playhouse gift certificates are back. You get an entertaining $5 savings at just $17. Come clean with a visit to Thoroughbred Auto Wash in Danville. $20 car washes are just half price at $10. Check out these and many more great savings at our Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. hometownlive.net. Fill your tummy in your tank at Papa's Quick Stop number 17, where convenience meets quality. Nestled on North Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass Truck Stop's now under new ownership and management, offering a fresh take for truck drivers and travelers. From juicy and crispy broaster chicken to delicious mouth-watering Hunt's Brothers Pizza, available 24/7. Simply call 859-209-2400 for a speedy pickup. Premium quality diesels available for one truck or a fleet of trucks. Let Papa's Quick Stop be your perfect travel companion. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, North Stewart's Lane looks forward to serving you.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Riley Joe. Coming to you courtesy of the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop it safe on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Cloudy skies, rain showers, but also sunshine possible today. A high of 88. Low tonight, 68, and after that, the rest of the week is good, sunny, and warm. A high tomorrow, 89, a high Wednesday, 93, a high Thursday, 93, a high Friday of 93. Right now, it is 8:52 in the morning. It's 74 degrees on this Monday, the 21st day of July. And we are tomahawk chopping as we welcome onto the show Jay Anderson from the Mercer County Fair. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing great, Joe. Man, I was hoping you to go play it this morning. I need a little pick-me-up. I'm a little sleepy, so you got me fired up this morning.
I tell you what, the music will pick you up, but the way the Braves play will not pick you up. So I got to do
that is accurate.
That is what we can to keep a smile on our face here. The tomahawks are broken in the tomahawk chop. We need some duct tape.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Goodness. Hey, we're excited for this week. The Mercer County Fair and Horse Show, America's oldest continuous county fair and horse show, reaches year number 198. Jay, tell us, opening night tonight, what do you got planned, and Family Wealth Group Night tonight at the Mercer County Fair?
Well, first we got plenty of sunshine, so
yes.
we're going to dodge the weather tonight, so that's going to be number one. But we've got pageant nights, so Monday and Tuesday nights are typically pageant nights. So at 5 o'clock we've got the Ms. and the Mrs., which, if I understand correctly, those are for young ladies older than 22, and one set is married and one set is not.
Okay.
But I do not claim to be a pageant guru, so I could be wrong there. So if I am, forgive me. Then we have our Miss Teen and Miss Mercer. Follow that. Then at the motorsports track, we got dirt drag. So the ideal is, the fair is a family-focused event. So hopefully the mom and daughter will come to the pageants, and maybe the father and son will go to the dirt drags and drag their cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatever. Or if half the family wants to come up to the pageants and the other half go down, we just want there to be something for everybody to do. So it's $8 to get in, 6 and under free, and then an armband is $15 for unlimited rides. And Then our floral hall is full of exhibits. So there's something for everybody up there this week, and we're excited again to be partnered with Family Wealth Group for the 198th Fair.
There you go. So $8 to get in if you're not going to ride the rides, and $15 to get in if you are going to ride the rides?
It's $8 to get in, and then you have to pay an additional
$15 to ride the rides. Okay.
Brand. Yes, and that lets you ride for as long as you want. So if it's if you're there at 6 and it closes at 11 for $15, you can ride for 5 hours as long as you want.
Love it. Good stuff. It starts tonight. Tonight is night number 1, and as Jay said, pageant night tonight at 5 o'clock in the center ring, the Miss and Mrs. pageant, and then at 7:30, the Miss Teen and Miss Mercer pageant. You got the dirt drags going on at 7 o'clock as well at I guess, is it at the dirt track? What is that called, the dirt track?
We call it the Motorsports Arena.
Motorsports Arena, okay. It's 7 o'clock, and the carnival is open till 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow is night number 2 with pageants, and then I know people are going to be wondering, what about the horse show? That'll begin Wednesday night, correct?
Correct. That'll begin Wednesday night with our first annual family night. So we're trying to once again make it as family affordable as we can. So on Wednesday night, for every carload of 6 people, so that's 6 seat belts. It's only going to be $20 for the entire car to get into the fair and ride all night long. So that would normally be like $130 if people were to pay normal. So we're encouraging all families to come out and utilize that. We've partnered with our amusement vendor, Casey's Rides, to work that up. So if you were to bring a church van that had 15 people in it, it's $20 per multiple of 6. So that would be $60, but there's considerable savings there if you were to price that out individually. So we're hoping that all of our families take advantage of that Wednesday night and have such a good time that they come back later on in the week. So
yeah, awesome stuff. So that's Wednesday night. So if you're looking, hey, what can we do? Try to save money, make things affordable as possible. Wednesday night, family night, and as Jay said, multiples of 6, and you get in for $20 for those 6 people, and then if it's 9 people, it would be $40, right?
40. Yep, okay. That's right. Yep, that's correct.
The math is mathing, Jay. It's making sense to me. I love it. Jay Anderson with the Mercer County Fair Board and Mercer County Fair and Horse Show. Our coverage, Man on the Midway, will start tomorrow night, and we'll be there every night beginning tomorrow night. I'll be there Thursday evening for the Man on the Midway coverage, so looking forward to that. It's all week long. Weather is going to be great. It's going to be warm, but it's going to be sunny, and going to be a great week there at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. Jay,
Man on the Midway is what was going to be Mr. Johnny Sloan is a 2025 Mercer County Hall of Fame inductee.
Really?
Yes, he is.
I didn't know that. Is that just when was that announced?
That was he just found out a few days ago, and he's in the class with our longtime organist Gene Wright and the late Bob Martin.
Nice.
So that's a power class. So,
that is. That's big. That's a big one. Johnny is there every single year helping set up, make sure the pageants are on the air, make sure the horse show is on the air. He's a staple, a mainstay at the fair. Well, congratulations to Johnny. That's awesome, Jay. I love that. Good stuff. Jay Anderson.
All right.
Jay, appreciate it. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay, buddy. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Jay Anderson, big Braves fan. And Mercer County Fair and Horse Show going on. It begins tonight at 6 o'clock. Let's see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date, 1955, where Howie Epstein was born. Howie Epstein, a bass player for this group. A group called the Heartbreakers. Tom Petty, the Heartbreakers. This one, 1989, when I Won't Back Down came out. He died of a suspected drug overdose in New Mexico in February of 2003. Howie Epstein, born on this date, 1955. Would have been 70 years old today. It was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. 1969, this group started work on this brand new song. Song written by John Lennon called Come Together at Abbey Road Studios in London. The track became the opening song on the Beatles' Abbey Road album. would later be released as the double-A-sided single with the George Harrison song Something, their 21st single in the UK and 26th in the US, where it reached number 1 on this date, 1969. Come Together was, I guess, construction underway, so to say, by the Beatles. And it was on this date, 1973, this artist started a 2-weeker at number 1 with this one. Jim Croce, Van Band, Leroy Brown. Croce would die in a plane crash 3 months after this. And that's what's gone on this day, July 21st, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Thunderstorms this week could bring flash flooding to the Midwest and East, while elsewhere a heat dome could send temperatures soaring. Today, the flooding risk is greatest across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Meanwhile, places like Kansas City and Dallas could see 100 degrees. President Trump says lawmakers calling for the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files are troublemakers. More from Mark Mayfield.
Trump made the comment on Truth Social Saturday after the Justice Department asked federal judges to unseal grand jury testimony in the criminal case against convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Trump wrote, "Even if the court give its full and unwavering approval, nothing will be good enough for the troublemakers and radical left lunatics making their request." Comment also came one day after the president sued the Wall Street Journal for revealing a letter Trump reportedly wrote to Epstein.
The driver accused of intentionally plowing into a crowd of 36 people in East Hollywood, California on Saturday morning has a violent criminal history. Daniel Martindale with details.
Fernando Ramirez was convicted of a hate crime in 2019, but the conviction was later overturned by an appeals court. In that incident, he allegedly sucker-punched a black Whole Foods employee in Laguna Beach. In a recorded conversation, Ramirez can be heard telling a police officer he did it because he hated all black people. Records show prosecutors in Orange County have filed 11 criminal charges against Ramirez in the past 11 years. Ramirez was also on parole. Police say he intentionally drove into the crowd shortly after being thrown out of the Vermont Hollywood nightclub. I'm Daniel Martindale.
The Pope spoke Sunday of his deep sorrow while reading out the names of the people killed at the Holy Family Church in Gaza.
Si fermi subito la barbarie della guerra.
The Israeli attack killed 3 and wounded 9, including a priest who took refuge inside the sanctuary. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AIRPORT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Border enforcement officials are expected to visit a hospitalized Border Patrol officer today in New York after he was allegedly shot by an illegal immigrant in Manhattan on Saturday. Scott Pringle reports.
The NYPD alleges that Miguel Francisco Nunez shot the Border Patrol officer who returned fire during an apparent botched robbery in Fort Washington Park. Mayor Eric Adams.
Migrant and asylum seekers who are bringing violence and really tarnish the reputation of those who come to this country to pursue the American dream.
He's wanted for several New York crimes. President Trump says Mora was apprehended at the border after coming in illegally under the Biden administration, but instead of being deported, was released.
There are reports President Trump could visit China on his way to the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in South Korea later this year, or meet with China's president on the sidelines of the event. Laura Westbrook says that's according to the South China Morning Post, which cites several sources.
Earlier this month, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio had their first face-to-face meeting. This was seen as an important step towards Presidents Donald Trump and Xi Jinping meeting.
After the meeting, Rubio said there is a strong desire on both sides for the meeting between the presidents. The report comes as the two countries try to negotiate an end to their trade war. The APEC summit will take place from October 30th to November 1st. Tyler, the Creator's new album, Don't Tap the Glass, is out now, featuring 10 tracks. The rapper shouted out the album title while performing at Barclays Center on Friday. Don't Tap the Glass is his 9th studio release. And the Chicago Bulls have signed the shortest player in the NBA. It's 5'8" Japanese point guard Yuki Kawamura. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We have new declassified emails showing key spies were shocked to learn that the Steele dossier was used in the Russian meddling. In other words, I'll give you a quick summary of it. So you have rank and file people that are in the intelligence community. In other words, career people that are dedicated to their craft, good at their jobs, loyal, that are straight arrows. And then all of a sudden, that information that they determine there was nothing nefarious in terms of any collusion. They write about it repeatedly and extensively, and then it ends up in the hands of the big people, and they start polluting it and destroying it and contaminating it and using it to harm Donald Trump.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and these are certainly uncertain times with everything happening overseas. We've got to be on high alert here at home. Everyone needs to go to WHIR.com. Why? I want you to see this non-lethal technology that can save lives, and you will see their compact launcher, the world's smallest, less lethal pistol launcher. Again, you can incapacitate any perpetrator, regardless of size, 30 to 40 minutes. The great thing about Burner is it has kinetic rounds designed to incapacitate these people. The compact launcher is perfect for women if you want protection and you don't want to carry a firearm, and you can put it in your purse and nobody will know you have it. Burner, no background check, can be shipped directly to your door. BYRNA is trusted by all of the professionals because the technology is so superior and a great alternative to lethal force. Visit Burner.com, BYRNA.com. Try before you buy at your local Sportsman's Warehouse.
Lee's Famous Recipe's been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. Lee's is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a home-style buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and home-style buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville on South 4th.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes an update from Rashay Ford on the annual back-to-school block party, Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and EMS Captain Michael Mattingly, among other items. It's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. A new crossing connecting Boyle County neighborhoods to links near Millennium Park now exists. This new signalized crossing goes across US 127 bypass at Man of War and safely links Millennium Park now as a pedestrian crossing with the Bluegrass Trace, Bluegrass Estates, McDowell Wellness Center, and numerous apartment complexes, including McDowell Assisted Living. Ephraim McDowell, Fort Logan Hospital is not closing. That's the message that Ephraim McDowell is sending out after recent speculation regarding what people believe to be the closure of Fort Logan Hospital. In a press release, Ephraim McDowell says the hospital remains fully operational and continues to provide safe, high-quality care to patients throughout Stanford and the surrounding communities. They went on to say that Fort Logan Hospital provides an essential role in advancing the organization's mission of improving health and well-being of the people it serves. One of the biggest weeks of the year is back in Mercer County. The 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show is back this week, and it begins tonight. The carnival will open up each night at 6 o'clock with the pageants tonight and tomorrow night, and the horse show beginning on Wednesday night. We'll have live Men on the Midway reports beginning tomorrow night. It's the 198th annual Mercer County Fair and Horse Show this week at the Mercer County Fairgrounds. As for the weather for Mercer County Fair Week, expect it to be hot. There are scattered and isolated rain shower chances every day. That won't surprise too many people, but it's the heat that'll be the story more so weather-wise. We get highs in the low to mid-90s toward the tail end of this week. And the number of Kentuckians that are getting their GED is increasing. According to the state, since January of 2020, 99% of all Kentucky GED test takers have taken advantage of the free GED promo to begin their path toward their GED. In the last fiscal year, more than 3,100 Kentuckians got their GED, a 2.5% increase over the number of GED diplomas obtained during the previous fiscal year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Riley Jofus, it's coming your way, courtesy of Dexter and Right Meyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris, they'd love to give you a free quote, 859-236-6686. All right, you get rain showers, thunderstorms today, a high of 88, a low tonight of 68, 60% chance of rain, but also sunny when we don't get those rain showers. Tomorrow, you get sunshine, 90 a high, Wednesday, 93, Thursday, 93. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning, 73 degrees. Monday, the 21st day of the month of July. We will not be able to get Boyle Sheriff Taylor Bottom on the show this morning, but he will be back on Monday, August the 4th, 2 weeks from today. So we'll work him in that day. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning here on the Joe Show. Starting off here, where Microsoft is warning of active attacks against SharePoint servers used by governments and businesses around the world. The attacks were discovered over the weekend and are using a previously unknown vulnerability in the software. It allows attackers to bypass two-factor authentication to get system access. The FBI says it's on the case, working to mitigate the threat. The vulnerabilities apply only to SharePoint servers used within organizations, not SharePoint Online in Microsoft 365. One of the biggest spectator sports in the country may be itching to race in a different part of Southern California. Officials say this has been in the works for months, but there is word NASCAR is ready to rev up at the Coronado Naval Base in San Diego County. The plans to replace its Chicago stop with a street race in the region. It could be the tight turns, straightaways, and ocean views at scenic Coronado. According to Racer.com, NASCAR officials have reached terms for the race to take place next year. Marvel planning to recast characters for its upcoming X-Men movie, as well as other iconic roles like Captain America and Iron Man, following the Avengers Secret Wars film coming out in 2027. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige spoke on many topics on Sunday, calling it a reset as opposed to a reboot. Feige said reboot is a scary word, adding that it was more along the lines of a reset in singular timeline. He went on to add that many other major film franchises have done the same thing with iconic roles over the time, adding that a new James Bond is being searched for, as well as pointing to the success of the new Superman casting. Feige says Marvel redo is a 7-year plan. The minor league baseball team, the Joliet Slammers, or maybe Joliet Slammers, are partnering with Pabst for a hot dog event. They will attempt the world record for the most hot dogs dropped by a helicopter in 1 hour to celebrate the beer maker's newest release, Pabst Light. The team will be dropping 2,600 packaged hot dogs for fans to enjoy in between one of the game's innings breaks. As a bonus, the Slammers and Pabst will be offering $2.60 ticket specials, and Pabst Light cans will sell for $2. The fun will happen for that tomorrow night. A car drove into a sidewalk outside the Vermont music venue in East Hollywood on Saturday and hit about 30 people who were waiting to enter. The incident happened around 2 o'clock in the morning after someone was removed from a nearby business. The driver, identified as 29-year-old Fernando Ramirez, then drove into the crowd. After crashing into the vehicle, bystanders pulled Ramirez from the car and beat him, and an unknown man then shot Ramirez and wounded him. This is what an L.A. Police Department spokesperson saying.
We received reports that somebody in the crowd shot him. He is in the custody of Los Angeles Police Department, and we're looking at charges such as attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon at this point.
At least one woman in her 20s in critical care, and 24 people taken to hospitals, and no one but the driver of the vehicle was shot. And yesterday, flash flooding in Montgomery County, Maryland happened after heavy rains. In just 2 hours, county responders got more than 100 rescue calls, usually a full day's worth. Waters near Sligo Creek rose about 10 feet in 30 minutes, shutting roads and stranding people in cars and buildings. Rain gauges showed 3 to 4.5 inches of rainfall in areas like Silver Spring, Chevy Chase, and Great Falls. Roads included Sligo Creek Parkway stayed closed yesterday, and more storms are possible later this week.
Seconds, and then a bunch of, it was just a little water, and then just the water just rushed so quick. You seem to have a chance to react.
That's Maryland resident John Angel, who said he's never seen flooding like this.
I've never seen it like this. In 20 years I've been living here, I've never seen it this bad.
That's what's breaking and trending this morning here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM. WHIR on a Burke's Bakery Monday here at the Hometown Radio Network. Sports coming up next. Gary Vogel, Kentucky Sports Memories, is coming your way.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogel. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And this week, we're going to look at longtime auto race drivers at small tracks throughout the state.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
As you're well aware, Kentucky is known internationally for thoroughbred horse racing. But those of us who live in this state know that throughout this state, we have a lot of small tracks sprinkled throughout the bluegrass, auto racing tracks. And this week we're looking at longtime drivers in the sport of auto racing, mostly dirt track, but also asphalt. One of those is Finn Watson. He's passed away now, but Finn Watson raced for 38 years throughout Kentucky, mostly in the central part of the state. He's in the National Hall of Fame. Started racing when he was 16 years old. Since he has passed away, obviously I didn't get a chance to talk to Finn about his career, but I did talk to his son, Jeff. Here's part of our conversation.
I assume in all those years, obviously he won a little prize money here and there, but all in all, he didn't come out ahead, right?
Well, believe it or not, in the old days, he always drove for other people. And he was pretty much, he always came home with money. Back in the old days, you could make money racing. Back in the 70s and such.
So he would drive for somebody who owned the car, and he was just basically a hired driver, is what you're saying.
Hired driver. He very seldom had his own car, yeah.
So they would pay him to drive it, plus he'd get any percentage of prize money that won.
Yes, exactly.
Why did he do it so long? That's a lot of years.
I guess it becomes a way of life, and you don't know anything any different. Plus, he was still successful. And whenever I came along, you know, I got old enough to want to do it myself, and then he finally hung it up.
So, son Jeff followed in Dad's footsteps, and tomorrow he'll talk about the difference between racing years ago and today. Gary Fogel, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Yep, Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show. It's 9:18 in the morning.
This message is from Sunrise Children's Services. Did you know there is no cost to becoming an adoptive parent through Sunrise Children's Services? Call one of their local offices to find out more. You can enter to win a Sunrise prize package by going to sunrise.org/trivia. Sunrise.org/trivia. And answering this week's trivia question, how much does it cost to foster to adopt at Sunrise? The answer, no cost. Go to sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Good luck.
Get off on the right foot at Danville Bike and Footwear, where you'll find walking, running, and trail shoes from Brooks, Saucony, and Asics, along with a wide selection of insoles for maximum comfort. Danville Bike and Footwear features Garmin watches with advanced wellness features that track all the ways you move, from running, cycling, swimming, to Pilates, high-intensity workouts, and more. Make your way into Danville Bike and Footwear, 417 West Main Street in beautiful downtown Danville, a place where adventure and comfort ride together.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the basketball tournament, former Kentucky players are in the third round, barely, while ex-Louisville players are finished after the second round. La Familia's defense forced 2 turnovers that led to a pair of Archie Goodwin layups back-to-back when the score was tied at 76 all, with the Elam ending point at 79. Final score, La Familia 80, War Ready 76. War Ready, made up of former Auburn players, had missed a couple of three-pointers, either of which would have given them the shocking win. Ex-Tiger guard Wendell Green had a heck of a game. He began his college career at Eastern Kentucky University. La Familia opened up Friday night with a 105-52 win over Stroh's squad, while War Ready got by X-rated 61-55. La Familia will have its hands full tomorrow night when they host Eberline Drive in historic Memorial Coliseum at 6 o'clock in Lexington. At Freedom Hall in Louisville, Card fans went away thoroughly disappointed after watching the Ville get beat by Sideline Cancer 73-63. The ex-U of L-dominated squad found themselves down by 22 at the half. They trailed by as many as 25 before Montrezl Harrell and David Johnson led the Ville to within 5 at 63-58, but the Elam ending point was set at 73 by then. The best golfer in the world right now is Scottie Scheffler, period. Part of the reason is that he's just that good. The other part is how he says he lives, with faith first, family second, then golf third. Scheffler finished with a score of 17 under to win first prize of $3.1 million in the Claret Jug in the Open. Americans were second and third, Harris English second, and last week's Open winner at Scotland, Chris Gotterup third. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 34th to win $97,500. In the other PGA event, which was held stateside in California, it's the only event that uses a Stableford scoring system. Ryan Garrard won the Barracuda with 47 points. Lexington native Vince Whaley tied for 23rd. To no one's surprise, the SEC football media picked Kentucky to finish 15th out of 16 this fall in conference play. Just one Wildcat was selected to the All-SEC team, punter Aiden Loran. Eastern Kentucky University has been picked to finish third this season in the United Athletic Conference by the league's coaches. 6 EKU players were also chosen to the UAC's preseason all-conference squad. In baseball Sunday, the Mets scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 8th to edge the Reds 3-2. Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in New York. Tonight, the Reds are at Washington. Cincinnati is in third place in the National League Central and tied for 4th in the wild card standings, 2.5 games behind San Diego. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
When you're hiring, Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Brightleaf Golf Resort invites local golfers to come out and enjoy golf. Monday through Thursday, play with cart for just $45. Friday through Sunday is $50. Try our par 3 at night for only $15. Cool off with a daily pool pass for just $12. Or get a season pool membership for $295. For more on pool memberships, visit Brightleaf. And when you're hungry, swing by the 19th Hole Restaurant. Brightleaf Golf Resort in Harrodsburg. Great golf, great fun, right here at home on Highway 127.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to Graceland-KY.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hey, 9:26 in the morning. Glad to have you on the show. 859-238-WHIR to call in. 238-9447. We'd love to have you right here on the radio on The Joe Show. Let's take you to British Columbia, Canada for this story where a woman named Natasha is going viral. Been getting dozens of calls from people saying that they found her missing cat named Torbo, which is typically good news. There's just one problem in this story. She'd never heard of a cat named Torbo. She lives in Columbia, British Columbia, Canada, I should say, and the calls have been coming in for like a year. The calls about Torbo have mostly been coming from the United States, and she has no connections to the U.S. whatsoever. She does have a cat named Mouser, but Mouser is safely enjoying the AC in her house and wasn't seen wandering around Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Natasha just now figured out what was happening. Why in the world are people calling her saying they have their missing cat named Torbo? They found her. Her partner finally got a caller to explain how they got the number, and that person said that the number was on a T-shirt that they bought. The shirt has a missing cat poster with Torbo and Natasha's number. The company that made this shirt said they've pulled the shirt. And a rep said the use of a real number within the art created was not intentional. The woman says that she plans to keep her number. She said she'd like to get a real apology from the company and added, quote, "I feel like I deserve a T-shirt after this." You can see the T-shirt online. A missing cat named Torbo, color white. It's like a camo shirt that has a picture of a cat on there and has the number. That is Natasha's number. She had no idea it was being used on a T-shirt. A fashion company said they used that number, did not realize it was a real person's number either. Yeah, but you can't just, pick a number. You can't just say, hey, here's the number I'm picking. I hope it's not a real number. Surely they can't do that, right? They have to have some sort of basis for why they picked the number. I mean, would that stand up? I don't even know if this is a court issue, but would that stand up in court? Hey, we didn't know. We just picked a random number and hoped. That doesn't seem like a real good defense. A woman was flooded with calls about a non-existent cat due to a T-shirt that was released. 859-238-WHIR, your phone number to call in, 238-9447. Thousands of fire ants are forming rafts by linking their legs and jaws together in Texas. They're making rafts with high water and things like that in the Texas area. The fire ants are doing the best they can to be able to survive that rain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. Just a reminder, I've turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. In the event of a water landing, we actually have a new procedure we want to try. We're actually going to have thousands and thousands of fire ants fall from the ceiling, and they're going to link their little legs and jaws together and form an ant raft. Then the ant raft is going to deploy, and you're going to float on the ant raft. If you're scared of fire ants, well, too bad. We don't have normal rafts. We only have ant rafts. We know you have a choice which airline you fly, and we're glad you chose the one where there's an ant raft.
Hey, it's cookout and camping, s'mores season, things like that. Maybe spending more time around a campfire. One of the most fun things that you can do with your friends and family is spending time outside around a bonfire or a campfire or something of that nature. And one of the major drawbacks is the campfire smell that stays on your clothes, it seems like forever. Well, there are ways to get campfire smell out of your clothes. 5 tips that experts say you can do. Experts in the campfire business, I don't know what makes them experts on this, but they say you can do to get campfire smell out of your clothes. Number 1, air your clothes out. Hang them out to dry in a breezy place for a few hours can help a lot. Fresh air and sunshine break down odor molecules. Number 2, wash in warm water. The heat helps open up fabric fibers to release the campfire smell. Number 3, use baking soda. Just add it in your washing machine. One of the best odor neutralizers out there. Number 4, activated charcoal. Seal your stinky clothes into a bag with some charcoal overnight. And number 5, try lemon juice as well. 1-to-6 water ratio.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Today, sentencing day for Brett Hankinson. The former Louisville Metro police officer was convicted in the death of Breonna Taylor during a botched police raid at her apartment back in 2020, facing up to 14 years in prison, but the U.S. Justice Department now recommending no further jail time. New memo was filed ahead of the weekend recommending time served, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Sentencing is scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon. Early morning shooting this weekend in Moorhead left a 15-year-old boy dead. Luis Lopez would have been a sophomore at Rowan County High School this fall. Another juvenile was injured. Police have charged a man with murder. He is Gildardo Martinez. Popular shopping app facing a lawsuit from Kentucky's Attorney General says Temu is doing more than just undercutting prices.
Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman is suing Temu, the popular shopping app known for its bargain prices, saying it's a threat to both privacy and local businesses. He spoke to WKYT's Carly Hogston.
When you shop on this website with all its good deals, you are giving your information to the government of China.
Coleman also claims that Temu sells counterfeit gear from iconic Kentucky brands like UK and Keeneland.
When you purchase that UK hoodie or you buy that Keeneland sweatshirt or those golf balls on Temu for pennies on a dollar, you are directly stealing from UK or Keeneland.
Keeneland released a statement supporting the suit. Temu has not yet responded to the claims.
That is Travis Laird reporting. More students graduating from the Kentucky Community and Technical College system than ever before. More than 24,000 students earned a degree or credential during the 2024-2025 academic year, most ever graduates in its history. I'm Matt Reese.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we're selling the country.
Announcing the absolute online-only auction of the living estate of Herschel and the late Della Jean Hale at 100 Lee Drive, Lancaster, Kentucky, with bidding ending on FordBrothersInc.com Monday, July the 21st at 6 p.m. We're auctioning a lifetime collection of personal property, including antiques, glassware, smalls, tools, fishing equipment, dishes, woodworking equipment, pottery, and much more. The preview is July the 21st from 3 to 6 p.m. So mark your calendar for the absolute online-only auction of the living estate of Herschel and the late Della Jean Hale at 100 Lee Drive, Lancaster, Kentucky, with bidding ending on FordBrothersInc.com Monday, July the 21st at 6 p.m. To bid or for more information, go to FordBrothersInc.com or call 859-792-2521. That's 859-792-2521.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we're selling the country.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Riley Joe, it's brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. The new owners and operators at the Little Sign Shop have got you covered. They do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391 for the Little Sign Shop. Rain showers and thunderstorms are likely today. Partly sunny, 88's the high. Tomorrow you get sunshine and 90. Wednesday, sunshine and 93. And Thursday, sunshine and 93. Right now it's 9:35 in the morning. And here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Told you. And we welcome onto the show Ben Garant.
Good morning, sir.
What's going on with Ben Garant today?
It was hot this weekend. It's not
Very
so
hot.
bad today, but it's going to get real bad this week, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, we get temperatures this week into the low to mid-90s.
Yeah.
Heat
indices, do we know what those are going to be?
Does not tell me the indices.
I think surface of the sun, I think, is what I saw.
You know, I have never... So I do the news here at the station, too.
Yes, quite well.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And oftentimes, I'll put the weather in the news.
Indeed.
Because this is going to surprise a lot of people. But there's not always something to talk about going on in this little town of ours.
What?
There's always not a bank being robbed.
Thankfully.
Or a dog being run over, or whatever the lead story is that day. And so I've got a minute of news to fill.
Man bites dog.
Man bites dog.
Yeah.
Dog yelps in pain.
Yep.
I've got a minute of news to fill. It doesn't matter if that minute is there's nothing going on or there's something going on.
Yeah,
so
a minute
oftentimes,
doesn't sound like a lot until you have nothing to say.
you have nothing to say for a minute.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I put the weather in the news because everybody's talking about the weather. Everybody wants to know the weather.
Indeed.
And I've never used the word indices in the news because I don't want people to be like, why did he just say indices? And I understand that is the plural of the word index. It's not indexes. It's indices. But I always will say heat index numbers
How you say
instead
something
of...
about disease?
Yeah, what is an index?
How you say it's going to be hot, I was going to get sick.
So heat indices, I
don't know
assume
where
are
that
going to
comes from.
in the upper 90s, low triple digits at some point.
I should think so. Yeah, it's going to be super comfortable.
So that'll be fun.
Whatever you got to do. If you do it outside, do it or late in the evening. More importantly, drink lots of water.
Yeah, drink a lot.
That's a thing that most people don't do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really important to stay hydrated. I mean, not just to not dehydrate, but it's just, you know, it's good for your overall health.
Yes.
You know, keep that system going.
I was out Saturday morning, about 10 o'clock or so. I was pulling weeds from our front flower bed.
Yep.
Perfect weed growing weather when it's not real rainy and not rainy enough to grow the grass, but just enough to make the weeds annoying. And my hamstrings are so sore today.
Yeah,
I mean, I was out there for an hour. I wasn't out there for a minimal amount of time. It took some time to pull these weeds out.
What are you, 36?
I am 35. I'll be 36 next month.
Yeah.
My hammies are feeling it.
Yeah, that's not going to get better, pal.
And you know what? I've done.
It's only going to get worse.
I've pulled weeds before, and I realized that's a consequence. But I should have stretched before I pulled weeds.
Or maybe sit down and do it.
Can you imagine someone like running by my house? Hey, Joe, are you getting ready to go for a run? You're stretching. No, I'm just about to pull weeds.
Nope, just about to get this milk out of the fridge.
Yeah. Why are you doing trunk twists? Because I've got to take the trash out.
Yeah, I have actually pulled a muscle getting the milk out of the fridge before.
Never done that.
Yeah.
Not done that yet.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on in the gathering place this morning?
Well, it's a beautiful Monday morning. We've got a room full of seniors and a room full of adult day healthcare clients. We've kind of hit the ground running on a typical Monday morning. It's obviously it's going to be a little hot to do things outside, so we try to get folks outside when we can to do a little exercise or games or walks or whatever the case may be. But I do believe today is going to be an inside day.
Yeah, this will be a potential inside day. It depends, again, the rest of the week. It may be an inside day just because it's too hot.
It might be an inside week.
Inside week because it's too hot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Y'all celebrated a birthday there last week.
Yeah.
One of your Don't They Healthcare participants had a birthday.
Yeah. So there was I can't remember what they did for lunch. I think we ordered pizza maybe, and then there were cupcakes.
There were cupcakes. What's puffcorn? What's this puffcorn? Cupcakes and puffcorn. Oh, those are like cheese puffs.
Yeah. It's like
cheese balls.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
And then ordered pizza. Well, happy birthday to him, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he loves trucks, right?
Okay.
And he loves monster trucks, and he loves fire trucks. So they found a Hot Wheels monster fire truck, and we picked that up for him for his birthday.
Nice.
Thrilled.
Loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I really kind of want to sit down and play with it myself, to be honest with you.
Mary Bell listening to the show. Mary Bell says, bend, don't bow when you pull weeds. Here's the problem with bending. I tried that a couple of times, and I'm getting to the age now, Ben, where when I stand up, dizzy.
Yeah.
Right? Because the blood rushes from your head to your head, from your head when you stand up.
That also doesn't get better.
So I can't. I tried that a couple of times, and I literally was like bending over at the waist with my hands on my knees in my flower bed, like waiting for dizziness to subside.
Yeah. If I lie down too fast, I nearly pass out. Whoa.
So yeah, getting to that age.
Rush.
Everything is hurting now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't they have that going on? What about the senior side of things? How are things going there at a gathering place for the senior activities?
Excuse me. They're going great. We've got a new coordinator that is working on some new things and trying to get folks up and moving a little bit more. Obviously, we had our great reopening, which was fantastic. We had a lot of folks come in for that, which is good. We've got our Meals on Wheels program, and our numbers are actually down right now, which sounds like a bad thing, but that's a good thing.
Okay.
We have nobody on the waiting list right now, which is good. So if you're out there in Radio Land and you think you might be eligible for Meals on Wheels, this is a really good time to give us a call and have that conversation and see if maybe you're eligible. And we certainly have the capacity to bring on a few more folks, which is something that we are willing and able to do.
When they be in the state or whatever does their assessment of individuals when they apply for Meals on Wheels, do they take into account who the person is living with, and if that let's say an older parent is living with a younger child, right? The child's taking care of, he's living in the child's house, and now he or she is, and the child can drive, the parent can't. Would that person would they be like, hey, but you have someone in your house that can get out, so you don't qualify? Or would they just assess that individual's ability to get out themselves? How does that work?
It's kind of a holistic view. So, if they do live with somebody that's able to shop and able to cook, then it is more likely that they would be ineligible.
Okay.
However, every situation is different, So, for example, let's say that I'm in need of meals and I live with you, Joe, and you work nights. And so you have to sleep during the day because you work nights. In that situation, it may be prudent that Meals on Wheels would be something that I would qualify for.
Okay.
So everything's kind of situational. We don't want to put a blanket over everything, and we want to make sure that if there is a need, that need is getting met.
Yeah. Gathering place on Gene Drive in Danville. If you have questions about Meals on Wheels, seniors over the age of 60,
yes.
First of all, is the biggest qualifying factor. If you're not over the age of 60, or 60 or older, you're not going to qualify.
Yeah.
I believe that's correct, right?
Yes.
Do they make certain stipulations for individual under 60, or does it have to be 60?
You can receive meals if you're under 60 if you are in a household with someone over 60 who is also a recipient.
Okay.
So let's say you got a husband and wife. Husband 62, wife is 58.
Unqualifies, but wife doesn't by age?
Right. They may both. Wow. Let me try that sentence again. They may both qualify for, let's say, health factors. But because the husband is over 60, she would by default qualify as the wife because she would be unable to. Yeah. Again, it's another one of those situational nuances.
859-266-2070. That's why we say, like, if you think you may qualify, if you have any questions, go ahead and call and ask.
Yeah.
But you may, again, I didn't know that until just now. You may say, well,
surprise yourself.
Mrs. Smith couldn't get him because she's under 60, but Mr. Smith can because he's over 60, but Mrs. Smith would qualify if she was of that age. Well, Ben just said, there's certain stipulations and certain case-by-case basis where some may qualify in a situation we wouldn't think they would. So call 859-366-2070.
Yeah, gym's open, by the way.
The gym is open.
Gym's open.
Tell us about the gym again, Ben. Who gets to work out there for free, and then what kind of machine do you have there to Gathering Place?
60 plus. If you are age 60 over, you can come and work out for free.
Okay.
We have a treadmill. 2 treadmills, an elliptical, recumbent bike, recumbent stepper, a chest press and shoulder press machine, a leg extension, leg curl machine, a leg press machine, calf extension, lat pull down. I think I covered it all. Row, like a seated row.
Mm-hmm. So if someone comes in and just wants to work out, but not part of senior activities there, what do they need to do?
They show up, and we do have to do a quick assessment, which is, it takes 10 minutes.
All right.
So we just have to do that to get you in the system so we can track the usage, and that's it. Not going to lie, I went there and used it this weekend myself. A little sore. First time I've darkened the door of a gym in a while.
Why work out and get sore when you can pull weights and get sore?
Oh, yeah, well,
We're both sore for different reasons.
Yeah. I'm also 11 years older than you. I sound like an unfolding lunch here.
They all look a lot older than
Thanks, I appreciate that. Who needs enemies with friends like Joe?
It's 9:47 in the morning.
I'm not as old as these guys.
We are back after this. Yeah, these guys are
pickled.
Pickled.
Keith Richards, man.
Skeletor.
92% formaldehyde, that guy.
Yes, we are. The Mercer County Fair and Horse Show jumps into a full week of excitement and entertainment. Gate price is $8 with kids 6 and under free. Ride wristbands are $15 for all ages. Carnival opens up at 6, but before that, at 5 o'clock, it's Mr. and Mrs. Patch in the center ring. At 7, it's the Dirt Drag at the Motorsports Arena. And at 7:30, it's Miss Teen and Miss Mercer Patch at the center ring. It's Family Wealth Group Night tonight at the Mercer County Fair and Horse Show. You gotta go.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off for buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Well, I forgot to click the song, Ben. I told Ben I was going to bring him in. So Ben said he's been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan.
I don't know why.
And he said, bring me into some Wu-Tang Clan. And we're like, well, we probably can't do that. And
People are out there going, what's a Wu-Tang Clan?
What does that mean? Can I look up the definition of that? What's a Wu-Tang Clan? But I said, well, I would play the artist who I was listening to Saturday when I was mowing the yard. And then I forgot to do that. It was not the Bee Gees. That's not who I was listening to
sure
while I was mowing the yard. But I was listening to this group. Here we go. Let me play this.
Well, ELO.
Yeah. I was listening to this while I was mowing and weed eating on Saturday.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. Wouldn't have marked you down as an ELO thing.
Yeah. 16.3 million listeners a month on Spotify, and without me, it's still 16.3 million. Just be one less. All right, Ben, we do have a true false quiz for you coming up.
All right.
But I didn't load the questions. So can you tell us about what's going on today, activity-wise, at a gathering place, and I will load the questions up while you do that, okay?
Well, to be honest with you, I got there this morning and had some things to do right off the bat, so I really didn't really get a chance to do my usual morning walk around and see what's going on. I did, they just finished breakfast back in Adult Day Healthcare, and people were rolling in, and I left a little earlier than I usually do because I had a clear to run. I had to go pick some contact lenses because I'm blind. They had that conversation on the show. Apparently he has dark vision. Nobody really likes him because of that.
Dr. Ward said, you need glasses, but you need them when you're like 90 years old.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Rebecca was not happy when I got that news.
Yeah, I've been making book payments for doctors or for eye doctors for years.
Yeah. But Rebecca, see, I'm not the picture of health, and Rebecca tries a lot more with her health than I do. And so for me to just be able to go in and be like, I can see for miles and miles, as the song would say, look at me, Rebecca, my eyes are perfect. She's going to act like she wasn't sad, but I think it got to her. Yeah,
you look like you look like you're in pretty good shape. I think, you know. I
think you probably could do. I know your son could.
I only got about 100 pounds on you or something like that.
I know your son could
definitely.
I know
my son could definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on in true or false. Ben, what's your
Let's
score?
do that. It is.
I got good eyes, but I can't see that. That's too small.
119 for 137.
True or false?
True or false? Game we'll see if Ben is right or wrong.
119 for 137, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I know there's no next.
Sorry, I'm trying to get
this.
this.
Should be worth at least a best point.
I'm trying to get the sound bites, the
correct firing on all cylinders this morning.
I think the old coffee I drink. We had coffee, one day old coffee. We had coffee left over from our church group yesterday, and so Rebecca put some in a cup and put it in the fridge last night so she can have iced coffee this morning, and there was still a little bit left. And I said, well, leave it there. I'll pour some in a cup, and I'll take it to work tomorrow. That way I don't have to brew more coffee when we already have some. So I think it was, I don't think it's got enough caffeine in it when it sits around for a day. The can percentage.
Well, while you're figuring that out, my wife's pretty excited about the temporary comeback of the Diet Cherry Coke.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
exclusively,
not like
Kroger.
Cup Zero Cherry. This is
Diet Cherry Coke.
Yeah,
it's even the old school package.
Wow, Rebecca would like that. She's been big on Diet Dr. Pepper right now.
Well, it's they have on sale this weekend. Buy two, get one free.
There you go.
There you go.
Things to look forward to. Question number one. The United States government.
The United States government
once banned sliced bread. True or false?
Why? That's weird enough to be. I don't know why we've got basketball in the background. That's weird enough to be true.
Basketball sounds.
Yeah, there's not many sliced bread sounds out there.
Yeah, you're right. They did. If I can get the page here.
That's the standard by which we measure everything. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
In 1943, it was briefly banned to conserve resources. Why would they? What are they conserving? The bread is unsliced. We can slice it ourselves, or you can slice it for us. So what resources are they conserving?
I
I don't
know.
Number two, elephants. You're one for one. Elephants are the only mammals that can't swim.
Oh, that's false. Elephants are excellent swimmers.
Elephants are excellent swimmers? That's correct. Elephants are actually excellent swimmers. That's the exact thing it says here, Ben. You did your studying before
I have an
you
interesting
walked
fact about that. I wish I could do my bonus fact this week.
You got to wait for next week. Maybe we'll have an elephant question for next week, too.
I'll tell you later anyway.
Right. Number three.
Ben,
we'll see what you think about this. You lose most of your body heat for your head.
Being bald, yes.
Did you get cold on cold winter days?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
That's why Benny G's got hats.
Actually, wait a minute. No, you don't.
That's, okay, yeah, you do. Personal experience says otherwise.
I don't like the question. I'm throwing out because that's a myth. Heat loss depends on what's uncovered. Yeah, if your head's uncovered, then you would lose most of your body heat for your head.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing that one out.
Yeah.
I don't like the answer.
Trust me. When it's 12 degrees outside and you're bald and you go outside without anything on your head, you feel it.
Yeah. So you're still 2 for 2.
Okay.
Question number 3. Alfred Hitchcock. Hey, didn't have a belly button. Did you ever see Alfred Hitchcock's torso?
Once, but it was very dark.
What do you think?
I mean, everybody has been connected to an umbilical cord, but he may not have a discernible belly button. I'm going to say that he had an undiscernible belly button and make it true.
Yeah, it's true. It was removed during surgery for a colostomy.
Okay.
So I didn't know they did that in surgeries, like colostomy surgery.
I had a pretty significant abdominal surgery a number of years ago, and with the way it healed, it appeared for a while, and it still kind of does as if I had 2 belly buttons. And I convinced my niece at the time, was very young, that I was born with 2 belly buttons, and it just blew her mind.
You are 3 for 3.
There's more to the story. I'll tell you that off air.
Question number 4. The name Jeep comes from the abbreviation Just Enough Essential Parts.
I mean, that makes sense because there's no frills on the original Jeep.
So you're going true?
I'm going true.
That is absolutely incorrect. No, it does not. Actually, it came from a nickname used by soldiers in World War II, possibly influenced by the Popeye character Eugene the Jeep. It does not stand for Just Enough Essential Parts.
Judges?
What's the judges say?
The judges kind of agree with me.
You're 3 for 4. I'll call the judge later. Question number 5. The largest desert in the world is actually Antarctica. True or false? You're in the blank. It wasn't even a true or false for you. You did it the way. 5 for 6. Question number 7. In 1992, a container ship spilled 28,000 rubber ducks in the Pacific Ocean. True or false?
I think that was the advent of the Rubber Ducky song by Ernie on Sesame Street. That's weird enough to be true.
Absolutely correct. Many are still washing ashore even today.
Rubber Ducky.
33 years later.
The one of 20,000.
6 for 7, Ben.
6 for 7.
Question number 8.
Number 8.
The giraffe.
The giraffe
has the same number of neck vertebrae as a human. Now, they obviously have longer necks, but do they have the same number of vertebrae?
I actually saw something about this the other day, and I cannot remember.
Did you read it in the back of a cereal box?
I don't remember where I saw it. the same number of neck vertebrae. I think, oddly enough, that is true.
Absolutely correct. The number is 7.
They're
Ben.
just massive.
You're 7 for 8. Question number 9.
Number 9.
The U.S. Navy uses video game controllers to operate some of its submarines. True or false?
Are they actual video game controllers, or are they modeled after it? True.
You're going true? Yeah, they actually use Xbox
I was
controllers
thinking an Xbox controller would work.
to operate some of their submarines' periscopes. And Ben, you're 8 for 9. You go 9 for 10.
9 for 10.
Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. My favorite kind of wrap.
What was it originally intended to be?
Wallpaper.
Textured wallpaper. True or false?
I already told you.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely
Again, you were so good today, Ben. You filled in the blank on 2 of them. You got 9 for 10, which is good. 90% going to bump average up a little bit. What does that make your score now? What were you again?
I was 119 for 137.
Okay, that makes you 129. No, 128.
28 for
147.
7, yeah.
87%. Still 3 percentage points behind your all-time
That's
record,
the
which was set
place
last year at 90.1%. A good week for you, Ben. Raising that percentage a bit.
Yeah.
There's the music again. Go ahead. Give us your fact.
It's good swimmers, right? So there's a conspiracy theory that the Loch Ness Monster was actually a publicity stunt by P.T. Barnum.
Mm-hmm.
And he, in his traveling circus, had an elephant and put it in the lake. And the head is the
trunk.
actual trunk. That's the conspiracy theory.
What do you think about that?
I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah, because people probably wouldn't think elephants are great swimmers, so the elephant swimming, its snout, its trunk comes up because it can breathe through that, right? So it's just swimming, and its trunk is up in the air, breathing in air while it's swimming.
There you go.
I like that. Ben Garant giving us some facts. He goes 9 for 10. Kentucky Sports Radio, Ben.
He's coming up next.
Coming up next on a Joe Show. By the way, Mary Bell, listen again. She got Diet Cherry Coke.
All right.
The vintage Diet Cherry Coke.
Stuff.
You can get it for sale, on sale right now. Go relive your childhood.
The best 1986 has to offer.
Love it.